Well, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Welcome to another episode of The Morning Glow. Got a great broadcast lineup for you today, as we always do. Got a great broadcast lineup for you today. Only thing that's missing out of this broadcast, only thing that's missing out of this whole equation is you. All you have to do is give us a call, 508-924-3521, 508-924-3521, and we will take care of that missing element because we will be right here together and we'll be able to talk about what we're going to talk about today. Got a couple of topics we're going to talk about. I don't want to stay on this very long. This particular topic, I don't want to stay on it very long, but it's based on the Golden State Warriors. They got a couple of players that's having an issue with the COVID vaccine. They got a couple of players that's going through some issues with the COVID vaccine, they're struggling with taking the vaccine, and a lot of people are actually coming out. I saw Stephen A. Smith come out yesterday, and he had this big argument about them guys, them taking the vaccine. He said, if you're the kind of guy, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit about what he said, if you're the kind of guy that get up there and you say that you don't want to take the vaccine because you don't know what's in it, well, okay, that's their right to do that. If they don't want to take it because they don't know what's in it, it's their right. They're within their right to do that. But he went so far as to say, if you're the kind of guy that if every time that you go to the doctor and the doctor give you a prescription, and before you go fill that prescription, you go home and you look up every ingredient that's in that prescription, and you look it up and you look it up and find out what's in it. If you're that guy that does that, then I have nothing to say against you. I have nothing to say against. Now, this is Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith, ESPN. That's Stephen A. Smith, ESPN guy. Stephen A. Smith, what give you the right? You are a sports announcer. You announce sports. Announce sports. Stay right there. Stay in that lane. Announce sports. Talk about sports. That's what you talk about. Talk about the game. But when you start going into people's personal lives, when you start going into a person's personal life and telling them what they should and should not do, how they should or should not conduct themselves, what they should and should not do in regards to a vaccine, whether they let somebody stick a needle in their arms or not. Stephen A., I don't know what that have to do with sports. I think you've stepped totally out of your lane. And I like Stephen A. He's actually has great ties to North Carolina. I'm from North Carolina. I live in Atlanta now, but I'm from North Carolina. And Stephen A. has great ties to North Carolina, which is a great thing. I mean, Stephen A. been in sports for as long as I can remember. But my thing is, Stephen A., you have no right. You have no right to tell anybody what they should do. Now, if you want to pull them to the side and have a little conversation with them off record and y'all talk about it, then that's fine. That's fine. I have no problem with you doing that. But for you to get up here on nationwide television and tell these people that they're wrong because they don't want to do something that they choose to do with their own bodies. If you want to get the vaccine, then go, Stephen A., get 2 of them. Get 3 of them. Get 2 in your arms and 1 in your leg. Get 2 in your arms and 1 in your legs. Okay? If you want to do that, that's fine. That's your choice. That's your body. Do what you want to do with it. But Stephen Smith, me, nor nobody else have the right to tell anybody. And we can have our feelings about it. We can have our feelings about it. We certainly can. We can have our feelings about how we feel about it, how we feel about the vaccine, how we feel about people that take it or don't take it. We can have our feelings about it. But when we get on nationwide television, me on this platform right here, I would never get on this platform and tell people, well, you should take this or you shouldn't take this. I feel this way. I'm pro, I'm anti. Doesn't matter. What the way I feel about it is the way that I feel about it and the way that I conduct myself concerning it. I don't have the right to go tell somebody else, take it or don't take it. If I feel some kind of way if I feel some kind of way about a person that did not take that vaccine, then it's simple. Don't go around them. Don't go around them. Stay away from them. If you feel that strongly about it, Mr. Stephen A. Smith, and anybody else that's listening to the sound of my voice, if you feel that strong about it, about them not being vaccinated, these people are not vaccinated. They're not vaccinated, man. Do you know they're not vaccinated? They're not vaccinated. They didn't get the vaccine. Okay. Then don't go around those people. Alienate yourselves from those individuals that did not take the vaccine because you feel a certain way about the vaccine, and you only want to deal with the people that's vaccinated. You don't want to deal with the people that's not vaccinated. But let me ask you this question. On your big six-figure job that you go to all the time, what if your boss was anti-vaccine? Your boss is anti-vaccine. He or she don't want to take that vaccination. They don't want to take it. Don't want to take that vaccination. Not going to take that vaccination. Don't care what nobody say. I'm not going to take that vaccination. Now, this is your boss. Well, you're making it six figures every year. Are you going to stay away from your boss too? You're not going to work? Yeah. You know, you're not going to go to work because your boss decided not to get back the vaccine. But in order to be at work, you have to be around your boss every day. 5, sometimes 6 days a week. You got to be around your boss. Be in his company 5, 6 days a week. Now, if you're going to continue making that six figures on that job, until you find another job or do whatever you have to do, if you so decide to do so, if you decide to do that, hey Tiny, how you doing this morning? If you decide to do that, or you don't want to be around people because they're not vaccinated, they don't have that vaccine. If you decide that, you know, and it's your choice. It's your choice, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, it's your choice. But if you decide to not be around people that's vaccinated, but your boss, six figures, mid to high six figures, don't want to get vaccinated because it's his or her choice whether they do or don't, and they decide, no, I'm not taking that vaccination. I'm not taking that vaccine. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And that's their choice. Like I said, that's their choice. Are you going to not go to work? Are you going to quit that job? Or are you going to, or is that going to be one of those times where, you know, I'm not, oh, yeah, please. You're not going to walk away from the job because your husband or your wife you try to tell them that you want to quit because the boss is not vaccinated, and all that six figures, all those 6 figures going to walk out the door. All those 6 figures going to walk out the door because of the fact that your boss is not vaccinated. How you think, how I'm going to use Donald Toussaint's words. I want to see how that's going to work out for you. How is that going to work out for you? You don't want to go to work because your boss is not vaccinated, and he's one of them stupid, crazy people that's talking about it, and he's not going to get vaccinated because he don't know what's in it, he don't trust it, and blah 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 blah. And I'm vaccinated. I'm fully vaccinated. Now you're gonna lean on I'm vaccinated. I could go to work because I'm vaccinated. I got the vaccine. It's not gonna affect me because I'm vaccinated. Okay. You can make that argument in that regard, but you can't make the same argument by Stephen A. Smith. You can't make the same argument that if you're vaccinated, then you're protected against certain things. I guarantee you $10 to a half a donut. That nine out of 10 of these people that's complaining like this, if they were placed in that situation, right there, where the boss of their job, where they're making six figures, money talks. Good morning, amazing. How you doing this morning? I want to do a little shout out. I spoke to Tiny already. Got quite a few people in here. I can't get to you many. I can't get to each and every one of you. Honestly speaking, the screen is rolling so fast I can't call each and every one of your names, but I definitely want to thank you good morning. I definitely want to thank you all for joining us. And if you don't mind doing so, share the broadcast for me. Share the broadcast. We got quite a few things we're going to talk about today. And the phone lines itself is open. All you have to do is give us a call, 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Give us a call. We'd love to have your input on this conversation that we're having today. We'd definitely love to have your input. So give us a call. Let's talk about this vaccine. We got a few things we're going to talk about today. This is another topic. I wanted to say this right here for when we get some more people in here with us, but I'm gonna let you know, heads up. This one of the things we're gonna talk about today is he don't love you better. He don't love you better. He just got more money. He don't love you more than I do. He just has more money. I mean, if I'm driving it, I'm driving a Nova and he's pulling up in a Porsche. Do you sometimes think, boy, man, because he got it, and I might be struggling a little bit, trying to get there, trying to pull everything together, trying to make it happen. Might be struggling a little bit. Not saying that I'm not going to be there, not saying that I'm not going to have the Porsche, Lamborghinis, and different things of that sort. Not saying that I'm not going to have it, but right now, I don't. A lot of times people equate material things with love, and they get it twisted. They get it twisted. Many they get it twisted, and they think because of the person could buy them things or take them to fancy places, to the nicest of nice restaurant, that don't mean they love you. That just means they got the means to do that. I mean, a person, and I've witnessed it. A person that has a lot, that a well-to-do, if you will, they'll do that just because they can. They'll do that just because they can. Now, does that mean that they love you or they have all this love for you? Absolutely not. Please don't get that confused. Please don't get it confused. It could be an investment. Let me see. It could very well just be an investment. They could be investing in you in the time that they want from you. Do they care for you? Nah. This poor joker that ain't got two nickels to rub together could love you more than a person that has millions of dollars in the bank or millions of dollars worth of assets. They could love you more. Give them a chance. Give them a chance. Let me see who we got here. We got Bandit. We got Ivan. We got Ivan Martinez. We got our OG. OG is with us this morning. Chocolate. What a name. Love the name. We got on True to One. I think that's what that says. Let me see. We got people. Let me see. Reaching out to us this morning. What's wrong with? Okay. Somebody's asking what's wrong with parents, and they said something to me this morning, asking what's wrong with parents. I'm about to check that out just a little bit later. I definitely will check it out, though, and see what's going on. But to answer your question, what's wrong with parents? Woe unto them that calls evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness. Amazing. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Amazing. Give us a call. And the phone lines are open. All you are welcome. I can't even talk this morning. Lord, my Jesus. All y'all are welcome to definitely call in. Give us a call. 508-924-3521. 508. People say I say the number too fast. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. If I say it over and over like that, it becomes repetitive in your mind and you'll remember it. So, and I don't like, let me go ahead and say this. I don't like, I talk fast anyway, but I don't like saying the number slow, because if I say it, sometimes I feel, and I know, and I hope y'all hear my heart and know that it's not in my heart to do this. But a lot of time I feel if I say the number slow, like 508-924-3521. I feel like if I say that number like that, man, I'm insulting your intellect. That okay, you putting some stuff out there, amazing. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. that put right for left and left for right. Put up for down and down for up. Yes, Lord. And put circle for circle and square for square. Lord Jesus. Let me see that. But see, I'm being funny this morning, but I love y'all, man. I really do, man. But give me a call. Let's be a part. I want you all to be a part of this. Brian Bork. I hope I said that right. Brian Bork. I hope I said that. I hope I did not butcher your name. It was not intentional. But y'all give me a call, 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Parent, and we was talking just now about parenting. A lot of times what it is, man, people just, because two people lay down and produce a child does not mean that they know how or have any ability at all of being a parent. You know, there's not, people say all the time, there's no handbook as to how to be a parent. I beg to differ. I say that, you know, a lot of times, the Bible, I say the Bible gives us in examples of some of the things that we should do as parents. It's not a play-by-play. It's not necessarily a play-by-play, but at the same time, we have to know and understand that there are things in there that can help us in our walk. But some people just don't, and it's real hard. Listen, if you didn't come from a situation where you had great parents and you don't have that example or never had that example as to what a good parent or a great parent looks like, you don't know. And now all of a sudden there's this little one in your life, and you're responsible for this little one. I sent Dream Planet. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Amazing. Thank you very much. You don't have a blueprint. You don't know. Now all of a sudden, now you are absolutely responsible for this life. You're responsible for this life. Sometimes people just don't get it right. Sometimes people just do not get it right. I like to think, in my heart of hearts, I like to think that they at least try to get it right. But parenting is not an easy thing. Parenting is not an easy thing. And let me tell you what we got. No, most of the time we have a topic. On Friday, and I want to say this, so I want you all to hear me when I say this. We have what we call Black Conversation. We have what we call Black Conversations on Friday. And some people, you know, they question me about that particular name. It has nothing to do with just Black people. We open our head. We don't see color like that. So if you're black, white, orange, polka dot, or if you're lily striped, you can call in and be a part of this conversation. We're not limited to one group of people. We're open to everybody. I don't see it that way, and I hope you don't either. I hope if you're a part of this family that we're doing here, I hope you don't see it either. I hope that you know that you are included in everything that we do. I don't care if you're black, white, orange, polka dot, or lily striped. You are a part of this family, and together we're going to make this thing happen, and together we're going to get this thing done. We've been as people, we've been divided way too long. We've been divided way too long, and we have to do something to curb that division, to get rid of that division. We don't need that. We don't need it. We don't need division in our lives at all. We do not need that division. And so what we're going to do, we're going to start right here today. We're going to start right here today and get rid of that division. We don't need it. We do not need it, and it's not welcomed. And so when you call in, when you be a part of this conversation, when you be a part of this platform, be open to everybody and come with love and respect. Because if you don't, we're gonna shut you off, man. We're gonna hit that hang up button. We're gonna hang up on you, and not trying to be mean to you, not trying to be cruel, but there's not a place for that. There's so many different places out there. If you want to go and be divided and hate each other and talk bad about each other, there's a lot of places that you can go. This is not one of them. We're not gonna do that here. DJ Legend, I want to hear some of your music, DJ Legend. You say you DJ Legend? That's a heck of a name, there, brother or sister. I don't know whether it's male or female, but that's a heck of a name. I'd love to hear some of your music. You need to send some of your music so I can check you out and see what you're working with. Because your name, DJ Legend, boy, that's a heck of a name right there. DJ Legend in the house. Bow, bow, bow. you know how y'all do with the DJ thing. You make the little sound effects and all that stuff. Boy, y'all something else. DJs are very important though, man. You know, like I say, certain things you can't do without that DJ. And you get a good DJ, the sky is the limit. DJ Legend, who's your favorite? Who's your, outside of yourself? Because I hope if you're a DJ and you call yourself DJ Legend, I hope that you consider yourself the #1 DJ in the world. I hope so. But outside of yourself, DJ Legend, who's the best top 3 DJs of all times? Top 3 DJs. I'm talking straight to you, DJ Legend. Write it in the post there or give us a call 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Again, 508-924-3521. Got a caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Donald Toussaint. Pascagoula. I'm actually from Opelousas, Louisiana, but I live in Pascagoula, Mississippi.
Okay.
Twin City to Moss Point. You probably can pronounce that better.
Moss Point. Yeah, I can say Moss Point because it's hard for me to say Mississippi. It's hard for me to say that, brother. That's a lot tied up into that, brother. But we know where you're from, man. We know where you're from. Donald Toussaint. Good to have you, brother. How you doing this morning?
Hey, I roll with the punches.
There you go.
So you never know really how I'm doing. Because I won't say. But I'm good.
Won't tell a soul. Won't tell a soul.
Nah, I'm gonna take it to the grave.
There you go. There you go. In a handbasket.
Telling you, you go to hell in a handbasket.
Oh, okay.
I ain't trying to avoid that place.
No, we don't need no reservations to that at all. Toussaint, I got a topic I'm talking about this morning. You know, this is Black Conversation, man. And I was talking to my folks out there, man. I got quite a few people that's tuning in, man. I wanted to acknowledge each and every one of them, or as many of them as I could as they came. But I missed a few. But, you know, charge it to my mind, not my heart. Toussaint, he don't, and this is you talking to a young lady, a younger Toussaint. And you have to say this to her. He don't treat you better, or he don't love you better. He just got more money. If you find yourself in a situation like that, you driving up to meet this little girl that you really care for, you really like her. You driving up in a Nova, in that big body, that big bumper Nova, and then the guy that's quote unquote your competition is driving up in a Porsche, Lamborghini, Maserati, and he take her out to the fanciest of restaurants. You know, you working to take it at McDonald's because you know you hadn't made it to that point yet. You're trying to get there, but you hadn't made it to that point yet. And then you and her have a conversation one day, and she said he treat me better. That means he love me more. And you say to her, he don't love you more. He just got more money. Where are you at that particular time, Toussaint? Educate our people, man. What's really going on with that?
I don't know if I can educate anybody, but I'm gonna tell you this one thing: I'm not in competition. I am who I am. You get what you get. I mean, here's the thing: I'm gonna present my best, and my best might be, if that's the case, giving my best with a $10 an hour job. But if you like entrepreneurs that have millions of dollars going on about your business, that's it. I mean, the thing about it is we try to compare people based on their financial status. And then believe that you because they're able to get you this and get you that and get you this. And I've had some conversations with some people lately that I think we had a conversation about these ladies and couples that he may not be compassionate. Yeah. He might not drive the finest car, but he's the best provider that he can be based on what he brings home. And matter of fact, he does bring it all home.
Yeah.
He don't waste it because he don't have nothing to waste. But you looking at Johnny down the street, and okay, since what's happening is you're seeing two different people. You testing the water to see how deep it is. That's what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if I'm having a conversation with somebody that somebody else is taking them out and buying them this and laying it down and doing the roses and going to the best restaurant, and you say, well, he loves me better. Well, no, he's able to give you more because he can.
Yes.
Maybe perhaps maybe I don't waste my money on trying to. We like to be entertained, even in our relationships, in every aspect of life. We like to be entertained, or we like to be the entertainer. One of the two. And here's the other thing about that is, we want other folks what they say, to make us feel better about the relationship, if it's a relationship we're in. And say, girl, he should be doing stuff for you. I wish I had a man like that. Leave him. Okay, Johnny down the street, he makes $35 an hour, 25. Let me see. Let's see. Let me kind of try to put where I am.
Okay.
For a minute. Got a good job.
Okay.
I don't fool around. I don't, I joke and clown, but life ain't funny.
Come on.
I'm straightforward. I ain't got time for foolishness. None. I'm a loner. I don't like nobody in my business.
Come on.
I do pretty good. I do better than some.
Yes.
Where I am. Had some struggles. But here it is. So I'm the type of guy, if you see me if I would go to a club, what you would say is, can you buy me a drink? I say, get her some water. If I don't know you. Because you're going to just run up on me and I'm going to start getting this stuff. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
I don't know you. I don't have your social security number.
Exactly.
So it's not my job to take care of you and buy you the finest things of life. That the finer things in life, we can get those things together. If we can do amazing things together, if we just give it a try. But if you want to compare me with somebody else, you're gonna be in trouble from the get-go.
But see, Donna, a lot of times, a lot of times people, honestly speaking, and let me say hello to a few of my people here. We got Raul, we got Benjamin, we got Clark, we got Glenn Booth. Quite a few of you all are coming in. Definitely appreciate some of y'all. I can't really pronounce it, but definitely I appreciate you all being here. And the phone lines are open: 508-924-3521, 508-924-3521. But Tucson, you got to understand, man, sometimes a person, only way they gauge whether you love them or not is what you do for them. It's based on material things. Has nothing to do with the physical or the spiritual or the emotional love that all this should be a part of the soup, should be an ingredient in the soup. They only base it on what you do. And you took me to this fancy restaurant, man, and I couldn't even name half the stuff on the menu. Oh man, it was so pretty, and I looked across the room and I saw celebrities in there and big time people and little and you took little old me in there. You must love me. You must really love me. So they ain't got nothing to do with love. A lot of times they took you there because of the fact that they can afford to do it.
That's about it. And then here's the thing about it. See, we wasteful people. And again, we like other folks to see us doing stuff.
Yeah.
To make us feel better about ourselves. So, a lot of people that really actually keep money, not got money, keep money, don't spend it. They'll take you. They might have a wad of money in their wallet, in their pocket, wrapped up in a rubber band.
Yes, sir.
but they'll get a dollar. They'll get something off the dollar menu.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because here's another thing about it is, let's go in another direction. There are people that are not materialistic.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually more have a spiritual mindset. And don't get me wrong about that. It's just I don't need 2-3 cars in my yard.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to get one car or two, one to just drive around with, go to work, and then I'm going to get one that I can go anywhere I want to.
Yeah.
Without it worrying about it breaking down. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to look at the neighbor to the left, nor the neighbor to the right when I decide to go get that car. I mean, there are some people that, do you know that some people don't like mowing yards?
Yeah.
So they will not get a house, but they'll get a nice apartment. They don't want that responsibility.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I didn't know that people were like that.
Yeah, got a lot of people that's like that.
Because yeah, I mean, they got some people that they figure that buying a house that you can never own the land that you got the house on is stupid. So they're doing the same thing that you're doing. Is just because you got the name on the deed, they got the name on the lease. So they just get the apartment.
Yeah.
That way they don't have to pay taxes on it. Let the landlord pay his own taxes. Go out there and hire his own maintenance man. When I have something break there, he fix it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't know people really thought like that. So when it comes down to Johnny can do more, because we like the way other folks feel about our lives.
But Tucson, let me ask you this.
We want our.
Let me ask you this right here. We say you don't treat he treat me better. He treat me he treat me better. Now if the person that's driving the Nova, and no disrespect to people that drive a Nova, man. I used to drive a Nova in Hawaii. Love that car, man. I could run into a brick wall and keep going. You know, it had bumpers on it, had them big bumpers on it. So nothing against Nova driving people, but my thing is, because I drive a Nova and he drive a Porsche, treat me better. We talking about treat you better. You know, if I'm to the point where I love and I respect and I honor you as a person, and I give you all the respect in the world, and if you're tired from work or you come home tired, now I take my time, I wash your feet and massage your feet and stuff like that, or have your bath water ready when you come home, and maybe have something cooked for you after I worked all day long. Now I don't have a lot of money to take you out, but I can cook something here in the house. I can have your bath water ready when you come home, have your little bubble bath ready when you come home. You come home, you go straight to the bathroom, take your clothes off, get in your bubble bath, relax yourself for a little while. By the time you get finished with that, I got your meal. You go ahead and lay down in the bed. I bring your meal to you. And while you eat right there in the bed, turn the TV on if you want to look at TV or whatever, and turn some music on or whatever the case, whatever mood you want. I create that mood for you. Now that didn't cost me a lot of money, because I may not have a lot of money, but at the same time, right, I treat you in a way that I let you know, even though I don't have the money, I let you know that I love you. And then and see, is that more valuable? Do people put more value on that, or more value on the Lamborghini driver that comes up and say, "Look here, I got reservations at the Chateau Lawn. I got reservations for it."
Raheem, I just can imagine the Lamborghini driver. here's the thing. He said he treats me better.
Yes.
He pull up and he say, "Will you get in the car?"
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because he drives. See, the Johnny down the street with the Nova. You say he treats you better. He treats you better. Does he talk down to you? Is he physically or mentally or emotionally abusive? And you say, no, he's not like that. Does he run around? No. Every time I turn around, he's here. Does he? You know, he opened the door for. He opened the door. At least he opened the door.
Exactly. Come on.
But because the guy that has this big bank account, this drive this fine car, you tolerate. Some people tolerate because he went by me a ring, a big old rock on my finger. But when you say something, he say, "Shut up when I'm talking to you."
Exactly.
But he treats you better. You know, he don't open the door. He just say, "Well, you get in the car."
And not only that,
TV.
Not only that, too, son. No, when he come to your house, he don't come to the door. He pull in front of your house and blow the horn. Bop, bop. Expect you to come on out the house.
And you running out there. You running out there in the dress he bought you. The shoes he bought you. He treat me better because he bought you the dress and the shoes.
And you know what? And what about this? And what about what about this here? He look at you. You come out the house, thinking you looking so beautiful in this beautiful dress that he bought you, and those nice shoes and accessories and all this stuff and you walk across and you see him staring at you as you walk across. You come out, you open the door, you get in the car, and before he say hello to you, he said that dress don't look the same. That dress don't look the same on you as it did the first time I bought it. Like you gained a little weight. You done gained some weight, ain't you? And before he even say hello to you,
I'm working on it.
Yeah,
I'm working on it.
Wow.
Right here, you know what I thought about? If a person pull up to my house and blow the horn, he gonna wear his fingers out.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna even go check.
Exactly. Don't even want to know who it is.
I don't look into it out the window. I think when I was staying in Moss Point, when I had just moved to this area, my brother came to my house. Loving lived there. But somebody came to the house and blew the horn. I ain't moved.
No.
He had to call me and tell me he came. I said, "Oh, brother, I don't answer no horn. I don't do that.
No.
I don't do that." But people tolerate disrespect.
Yep.
They're willing to reason or it's time for Toya to call. Or Cassandra, or somebody. But people tolerate more when they can get more.
Yeah. Yep.
Out of a person.
And that's what it is. You got that right, Don. That's exactly
what it is. And you say they treat you better, but no, you tolerate more based on face value. Because this guy here, he brings all of his money home. He ain't got much. He don't have no red bottom shoes.
No.
You can't get that. You can forget that. But he respects you. He's a kind guy. You know, he ain't sitting on the couch sucking up beers and smoking weed.
Come on.
But the guy that you say treats you better, you walk in the house, you can't hardly breathe. But he treats you better. And don't let me. You introduce him to your friend, or he introduce you to your friend, and I can't say what they say, how they introduce him. They either call him, "This my hoe,"
Yeah.
my
Yeah, exactly.
female dog.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But he treats you better. So I don't understand the mentality of a lot of that is growing like bitter weed too. You know, because you can get your nails done, you can get your hair done, you can get your feet done, you wear nice clothes, but he don't like your children.
Come on.
But he treats you better.
Even to the point where he said, "Look here, I sure wish we didn't have to deal with these kids, man. We could do so much more. We ain't have to deal with these kids. Every time we go to go somewhere,
Drop
every
them
time,
off at your mama house.
yeah,
Drop them off at your mama
yeah,
house.
Man. If we didn't have to deal with these kids all the time, man, we could do some things. We could travel and see the world and blah blah blah. I really want to take you to different places, but I'm not taking all these kids with us. And now
you nappy head children.
Exactly. Won't you take them over to daddy house? Where they daddy at? Or they daddies?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or they daddies.
Yeah.
Little, call them a little something.
Exactly.
And that's your children. He didn't mean it.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, mama, and look, mama, I don't like him.
Stop talking like that.
But he treat me. But we finna go to the restaurant. Get you some cereal. We'll be back.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait a minute. And I'm now see this, Rainy. You eating at the finest restaurant. I mean, you got the thing, you got it going on. He take you to the gym even. But your kid at home eating cereal.
Yeah. With water, because ain't no milk.
I'm missing the treat me better part.
Yeah.
I'm missing that. Because that little whatever he just called her is your child.
Yeah.
That came out of you.
Exactly.
Didn't ask to be here.
Come on.
Maybe you don't like his daddy. But that's your child. And here's somebody that come and just because he driving a Bentley, you tolerating more because of the Bentley. Because your homegirls see you riding high.
Yeah. Don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Don't know how you're being treated behind the scenes.
And the bad thing about it is it goes a little further. You wearing that makeup, that extra makeup for a reason.
Yep. To hide something.
Really? You hiding something.
Yeah.
He didn't mean it.
He had a rough day at work, and before he came home, and I said the wrong thing to him and triggered him. And I shouldn't have said that. You taking the blame, but somebody beating you upside your head. You taking the blame.
And here's the thing, Raheem, you go back and say, okay, the guy that you left, that you say he didn't treat you like this guy does. You would go back, but he ain't got as much money.
Yeah.
You want to. But since he don't have it like going on, you just hang in there. I don't know, man. We have a society that's so we public. We're movie stars for free.
Yes, come on.
I mean, we put our business on Facebook. Oh boy, let's go live because we had this fine hotel, and I'm gonna say something right here.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna get in the corner, but I'm almost be there.
Let's say it, Donna. Let's say it.
He getting the cootie for free.
Yeah.
He don't. There's no love. But his finances can afford to take you to the I don't even know, I can't think of no nice fine resort.
Resort, yes.
And we spent the whole week there.
Where your kids at?
And boy, we left them home. They didn't come.
Huh? Now this man,
no, they was with mama.
Well, how your mama gonna go to work if she got your kids?
That ain't my concern. That's not the concern. But I'm just saying that we treated well, but when it come down to settling down, I'm not ready to do that. That's all the other guy. So anyway, we live in a strange place called life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me do this. Hold on, Tucson. Don't go to where, man. We got another caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
816 K with an E.
K with an E. Good morning. How you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm just blessed.
Look at you came in and yes, absolutely you are, and it's good to have you back. So it's definitely good to have you back with us. You came in on the conversation today, and I need to hear your heart on this right here. Let me see. Let me make sure I read this right. He don't treat you better. He just got more money. Now, if you're in the situation where somebody say the young lady, she said that you're talking to one of your girlfriends, and she's explaining to you about Johnny. Now, Johnny is a guy that she really, really like. Johnny ain't got no money. Johnny driving a Nova, an old 1973 Nova. Johnny ain't got no money. Okay. But then again, she got old Paul down there. Paul, driving a Lamborghini, got a Porsche, beautiful home, high 6 figures or more. And so, he's able to provide for her, take her to nice little restaurants and stuff like that. Just truth of the matter, can we be grown folks this morning? Can we be grown folks? He's taking her to all the big fancy restaurants, 5-6 star restaurants, as a down payment on the booty. That's all he wants. But your friend said, well, I gotta stay with Paul because Paul treat me better. And you say he don't treat you better. He just got more money. How does that conversation go? And do people get caught up in situations like that?
Yeah, they get caught up in situations like that. And I'm gonna speak from experience, and I ain't gonna use no names.
Okay.
But I have a friend that did that. And right now today, she don't got all that she had. She went from being with a dime to being with a penny. And so we gotta understand that we ain't in control of that. That's from boasting and bragging. And so now you don't got Paul. You don't got Paul. Somebody, Lucy got Paul. And you don't got nothing.
Wow.
Because you did all that bragging, because when Paul was spoiling you with all that stuff and you was bragging to Sally over there, Lucy was down there helping Paul keep it. So he went with the person that was helping him keep it, opposed to the person that just wanted it. So she lost it because she wasn't trying to help him keep it. She just wanted to enjoy it and tell everybody about it. Now she don't have that. She's shopping at the thrift store and all kind of stuff. In the food line, she everywhere but where she was at first, because she was high mighty, because Paul had it like that.
Wow. And see, that's the thing right there that we're talking about. Because they got more money, because they quote unquote is in a better financial situation, don't mean they care for it. They care more about you. Don't mean they love you more. I gave an example. The guy that's driving a Nova. The guy that's driving a Nova. You go to his house. You call him, tell him that you're coming over, and you work real hard. he have you then cook the meal. He don't have a lot of money, but he cooked the meal, had your bubble bath, ran everything, and you go over there, and he said, "Look, he take your shoes off, rub your feet a little bit, say, look here, I got something set up for you." He take you back there and let you get in the tub, soak for a little bit, relax yourself that way, get out the tub, go to the bed. He make the atmosphere, whether it be the TV or the music or whatever. He have that set up for you. Bring your food to the bed so you can sit there and eat and take your little nap and just relax. Now that didn't cost a lot of money, but see, Paul would rather just come and get you. Let's go over to the Chateau Elan. It's eat over there amongst the rich people. Which one would have more value to you?
I had a friend to wanted to take me to Red Lobster. I'm like, boy, I don't even eat that junk. And he looked at me because he thought this is like an upscale place and it costs money. I don't even eat that. Like, you can't come to me like that. Like, you can't come to me and tell me you're gonna take me here and take me there. That doesn't move me. You can move me, cook me dinner.
Yeah.
You can cook me. You can go to the store. It ain't got to be no steak. Ask me what I want. My favorite meal is macaroni and cheese and Polish sausage, as long as it's turkey, skinless.
Yeah.
Like, it don't got to be all that. A person come at me like that is a zero. Like, I don't even want you. You're more about your money. Like, I don't know. Back in the day when I was 18, a man couldn't come to me like that. You would be broke and mad because you ain't even get a kiss or a hug out of me. So, and I'm still the same way. I just don't mess around. I don't have time to take people's money no more. I heard a sermon that it was against God's will.
Wow. Tucson. That word changed her. That word changed her. But see, but that's the thing. A lot of times people get so caught up, and the phone lines are open. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. Give us a call. We love to hear from you. But people get so caught up, and Tucson, we spoke about this a little bit earlier, on material, man. People just love material things.
Yeah. You know what I call it? And this is growing. This conversation gonna be growing for a minute. Okay, and I'm gonna back out. I ain't gonna say too much.
Come on.
Listen to it.
Some people just want to be booty fed.
Come on.
Y'all know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes,
because
sir.
That's when it comes down to it. At the end of the day, that's where they're headed. That's why they, you want to stop by. You want to stop by the nail shop and the hair shop, and before we go to the restaurant, so you can look the part. Because I can't have you looking any kind of way. Because the people that are dining with me, we're not eating, we're dining.
Exactly.
Looking at who I'm with, and I get out in this Bentley, and you look like Project Girl. So I'm gonna hook you up. I'm gonna hook you up.
Yeah.
Because you with me, you rolling with me, and the boy is looking at you. That's your girl? No, that's not my girl. That's my hoe.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Hey.
They don't say that's my hoe. They say that's just. They don't say that. They say, "No, that's just something I'm about to hit."
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Booty fed. That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
What conversation.
And I'm gonna tell you something.
And here's the killer part. He treats you well, but yeah, man. They'll almost invite their friends to the same luxury.
No, it done got worse than that. The girls invite their friends to the luxury. It's worse than that. The girls invite their friends.
Puff,
I had a guy said he got up and left. He said her friends came over there and he was like, I left. I ain't want that type of party. I said, you left. Shocked me too. I was like, God must have changed him too.
Yeah. Exactly. And see, and you got some decent people out there that's not into all that. They just, they want the simple things. They they want to be with somebody that's that they can be happy with and they can make happy. And all this extra stuff and all the other people involved. Some people just ain't into all that. Some people just want the simple thing. Me and my girl, we together. You know, we sit around, we watch movies and stuff like that, and just enjoy, have a meal, whatever, right there together at home. Some people, regardless of their income status, you know, that the simple things means the most. The simple things means so much more than all this big extravagant going out to the big balls and all that stuff, getting all just tuxedoed up and Louis Vuittons and all. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Let me put me
I
on.
know a man, y'all, I know a man left this girl. They had a nice, pretty house and everything. He left her in the house and moved in with a girl with about 5 kids.
Whew.
And just a regular little old normal house. And he moved in there, and they still together right now today. And he done remodeled the house and everything, but he left her in that big old pretty house. Left her.
I like that. I like that dude. I like.
Left her so that she can have this.
I like the dude.
They still together right now today. Him and that chick with them 5 kids. It wasn't his.
Ain't that something?
I asked him. It was the respect level. He said she knew how to treat people. He said she take time with her kids, and he said she didn't have much, but if she had more, she'll do more. He said I remodeled her house, and he's like, I just love her to death, Kay. I said, I know you do. Man, I love loving her too.
I would love
all she ever need.
I would love to have an interview with him. I would love to have a conversation with him and just, you know, just dig into his heart. I would love to have a conversation. Huh?
You talking to him?
I'm talking to him. Well, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
You know, there's some. I'm telling you. Look, and I'm not saying, you know. Here's the thing. There are some people in life that have gone through some things with people that say, I like nice things. So I'm gonna go get you some nice things. Okay, I'm gonna try my best. I'm going. If you don't want to work, then it got nothing to do with me. That's up to you. Now, you want better? We can get those things better together. But if you don't want to go out there with me and get it, I'm gonna get it myself.
Yeah.
Do the best I can. But see, I'm gonna run out if I keep getting you nice things. Because you don't. Okay, I need some. I'm falling a little short. Well, that's your job. Let me tell you what I'm finna do. Because I've been telling you this for a couple of years now, and you don't get it. You like nice things. I'm doing the best I can. I tell you what I'm gonna do. And I'm telling you, you got the houses. They have no pressed wood in the house. None. You know, pressed wood is that nice furniture look good, but they ain't no good.
Yeah, exactly.
You put water on it, it start buckling. That ain't no good furniture.
Yeah, exactly.
So let me tell you what I'm gonna do. All I need is my clothes. Can I say something that's gonna put me in the corner?
Say it real quick. Put it out there.
Let me get the hell out of here.
Hurt. Yeah. And a good man to be willing to do that. Just
a good man. And so you get it. So here's the thing. I've made my mind up about this, and I know the house costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's fine. The furniture and all that stuff. That's beautiful. But life ain't about material things. I just like nice things too. And I'll get it for you. But if you don't appreciate it, you can deal with that by yourself. To see what I'm doing, the way that the people are, I got to stop saying the way that I am. Because I'm going to keep going, get out there. See, I done gave that stuff up because I don't think I might not go to the best restaurants because I think that's a waste of time. I might not go to the casino because I think that's a waste of money. I might not buy you a $500 purse when you ain't got but $20. That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Grow your own hair. And if you can't, then I can get a wig. That's fine, or a weave, or whatever you want. That's fine. But if you if you get to the point that and this happens in people's lives, them people's lives. So because of the way the man is, he gonna keep going to work or keep working his business, and all of that he lost. He's planning on getting it again.
Yes, absolutely.
So what happened, Kay, is he got with somebody that appreciated. Sure, she had 5 kids, but she got good sense. And she ain't gonna go out there and waste the little that I'm trying to get back up again.
Yeah.
And look what happens. That little house that they had, he moved in with, he had a mindset that I'm gonna make this house better. I'm gonna work with what I got.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna fix it up. And that's what and I'm pretty sure that's what he did. I like that guy. He's my kind of guy.
But see,
well, what's the guy that come to the table and tell you he pays his mortgage note, his house almost paid for, he looks at you and me paying another mortgage note, I already do that, so it's nothing for me to add you to my budget. And then you tell them, I don't have a mortgage note, I own my house, I just pay utilities. You already added to the budget. You're talking about somebody almost melted.
Wow.
I'm trying to tell you. I can work with that. You what?
God bless the child who has his own. Yes, sir.
I'm already added to the budget.
Look, hey, look, what you say, Rob? Right here, look at God.
Look at God.
That's what I say. Look at God. I must be living right. Y'all say, where K been? God been taking care of K. He brought me back right in time.
Yeah, absolutely. And see the thing about it, and like I said earlier, man, God bless the child who has his own, because when 2 people can come together and both of them are doing well, and they can love, honor, and respect each other, and not nobody trying to be the head or nothing like that. No, let's pull together, let's work together. That's when you have something. Like I say, a lot of times people that they will look at this lady, she got 5 kids, man, it's gonna be real hard on her. No, it ain't. God just got to send the right one alone that can deal with a situation like that and know how to handle a situation like that and would not get overwhelmed. He know his position, and he walked in his position in her life, and they walked hand in hand collectively together. And I'm sure they raised them kids to be beautiful children. I'm sure they did together. Go ahead, Kay.
They did. He didn't care about the daddy or none of that. My son was dating a young lady, and she has 8 children. And it's just, I just love it because he has 3 of his own. And when him and his wife broke up, he just was like, he was missing his kids so much, and they really went through it. But he got over it because God placed him in that woman's life with them 8 kids, and they daddy ain't trying to be a daddy. And the little boy told his daddy last week, he my daddy. And I know that probably crushed that man's heart for his 9-year-old son to say, this man is your daddy. Like, and I told my son, I said, God placed you there for a reason. Do the right thing.
Yeah.
When I tell y'all he got that good job, he started work Monday, I said, that ain't nothing but God.
Yes.
Because when he was with his wife, he couldn't even keep a job. He could not keep a job. And I told him, I said, you better pay attention to the signs. That's God. It wasn't meant for you to do that because she's that type, you going to buy me this, you going to buy me that. We're going to live like this. We're going to live like that. You are, but not with him. You might do that, but not with him. He's going to go somewhere else where I want him. And that's where he placed him. And he has a good job. And he don't got to worry about, I got to quit because I got to go get the kids out of school. I said, why you always got to take off from work to go get the kids? You're going to lose your job. The next day, call Mama, I lost my job.
Yeah.
Terrence, she's the mother. She's supposed to take off work and go get them kids. She's been on a job longer. You just got out of jail. Every job he had, he lost it. When I tell you have to pay attention to the signs of God,
yes,
they got to pay attention when God is talking to you. I just told a lady, she's talking about the devil don't know your mind. It ain't about your mind, it's about your heart. the devil don't know your heart. God know your heart.
Exactly. And
And so
sometimes,
he'll give you the desires of it.
and I'm gonna tell you something, Kay, and Don, I want you to chime in on this as well. A lot of times we talk too much. We talk too much.
Man,
Be-
talk themselves right up out of a blessing.
Because a lot of times, you know, the devil don't know until you speak it. You speak it out your mouth. Sometimes just keep your mouth shut. Just hush your mouth. Hush. If God lays something on your heart, go out there and do it. Just do it. You ain't got to go out there and speak about this and speak about that. Hush your mouth. Just do what it is that God told you to do, and watch it come to fruition. I said the word right. You know, it's one of the bigger words. Every now and then I like to throw a big word out there. Every now and then I like to throw a big word out there, make myself look a little bit intelligent.
Every now and then.
Huh?
I said every now and then.
Every now and then, not too often. Now, you know, I had to reach back and pull one out and read and study it for a little bit before I say it. Sometimes I don't always say it right, but you know, hey, every now and then. Tucson, what's on your heart, brother?
What you talking about? Okay,
these big old words.
Raheem must have a rocking chair or recliner, and he sits in his rocker or recliner with his hands in the back of his head, and he just meditate on stuff. And he jumps up and he starts writing. Oh, this is a good subject.
It's a good one right here. This is a good one. And speaking of that, Tucson, I got another one for you. And this right here might rub some people wrong. I'm gonna tell you this right here might rub some people wrong. And I'm not let me say I'm not a vegan, vegetarian, or pessimist, whatever all them fancy words people use for all what they eat and what they don't eat. I'm not one of them people. I eat stuff, man. I eat chicken, fish, and turkey. That's what I eat. I don't eat beef or pork or fried food or stuff like that. But I eat chicken, fish, and turkey. But let me ask you this question. And Don, I'm gonna come to you first. Why is and what sense does it make to eat dead meat to get life? Don't they say you are what you eat?
Well, I must be a big. Hey.
I knew that was gonna take you somewhere.
No wonder it's hard for me to tie my shoes. That's the only way I can say it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to. I couldn't say I'll be none of that because I have days that I'll cook with no meat. I fix a pot of 3 beans and put rice with it, cornbread, and I fix no meat.
Yeah, because let me see. Surgery was good deal. Young lady said that surgery was a success. That's good. That's good to hear that. I'm definitely glad to hear that. Come on, get back on recovery now, back on the road to recovery. Come on back and get yourself together first. Make sure you're good. Get yourself together and come on back and join us. You know, you always got a place at the table. Come on through. But Tucson, you are what you eat. How can we eat dead meat to get life? Tucson?
I must be something, looking like a ham and cheese sandwich. I sure, I don't know what did some of this food that costs a lot. I don't eat that, so I'll never be looking like filet mignon.
Filet mignon.
Might look like a pork chop.
Yeah.
A pie. What they call it? A pork gut pig.
Good Lord, a pot belly pig. Yeah.
Hey, you look like a buffet.
Lord. Well, y'all are something else this morning.
Looking like potluck. Bring your own dish.
We are
walking around with a plate.
Exactly.
Walking around with a plate.
and a fork around your neck. You walk around a fork around your neck. You know you greedy. We got a caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Minister Neil.
Oh, that's me. My bad.
Lord Jesus, boy, look at just can't get.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Hey, doing good, brother. How you doing this morning? Good morning. How you doing this morning?
Excellent, man.
Look here,
Doctor.
Look here. How'd it work out for you yesterday? You know what I'm talking about.
Huh?
How'd it work out for you yesterday?
Oh man, I gotta make sure it's strategic, man. You know, I'm still shopping, going somewhere today.
Okay.
And I'll probably go somewhere tomorrow. You know, I probably by Saturday I should make my final decision.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. Now we're talking about something, man, and a lot of times this is something that people don't talk about. It's our second topic for today. How can we eat dead meat? This is our second topic for the day. It's our second topic. This is our black conversation. We have all kind of different topics. We talk about a lot of different things. But my thing is this: you eat dead meat to get life. How does that work?
I can't eat dead meat to get life. That's a good question. That sounds a little loaded, but where you coming from? Are you talking about from a animal perspective or from a
because a lot of times folks say you are what you eat. You are what you eat, and that's something that people always say. And Tucson say he'll potluck pig. I don't know what but my thing is this: we eat dead meat. The meat is dead, processed, cooked, and all that stuff. Dead meat to get life. When animals are your biggest and your strongest of animals, your cows and your horses and things of that nature, only thing they eat is grass, and life is fine, and they're the strongest of the strong. But why do we eat dead meat? Why do we eat a dead carcass, if you will? Why do we eat dead carcass to sustain life?
Well, I mean, we talking about a carcass. You talking about that's something that's rotted, but that's not something that's excuse me, that's not nothing. The meat is processed. But I mean, I get what you're trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, honestly, I think it's all about. I want to say digestive system. I don't know, because I think that's anatomy. Anatomy classes. I did well that, so I couldn't tell you. When it comes to that. But I get what you're saying. How to how to survive off meat when people say that we're not supposed to eat meat.
Yes, exactly.
I get it, because I got a buddy of mine here. He always been telling me stuff about the meat industry and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I said, man, I put down pork and I put down beef in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I haven't had pork or beef in almost 6 months.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
But I talk about no chicken wing though. You got a problem. I'm gonna fight you.
That joker loves some chicken wing. What that joker? Look, I can verify that.
I tell him that you don't talk about kryptonite now. You don't talk about that kryptonite. I can't never be a vegan, vegetarian, or whatever you want to call it.
Exactly. And that's what I said too.
You don't tell me about chicken wing.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
And that's what I was saying too. When I first started this, I said I'm not a vegan, pescatarian, or all those fancy names that they use for. I'm not vegetarian. I'm not any of those things. I eat chicken, fish, and turkey. That's what I eat, and all this other stuff, man. I don't. But my thing is, let me see. Don't do okay. But my thing is this right here, man. When you have something that's you eating something that's dead to sustain a living life. If you really think about it, it's kind of tricky. It's kind of tricky, and are we designed and this is something that's out of pay grade. I don't know, but as human, are we really supposed to eat meat? Because the way our teeth are designed, the way our teeth are designed, they say that we're supposed to be plant eaters.
I mean, that's what they say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but if that's the case, then I guess the miracle when Jesus took this bottle of fish, the partners, and turned them in and fed the multitude. I guess he was sinning too, then, huh?
No.
But see, my thing is,
I'm just asking you a question. I mean, because you said we're not supposed to eat these things, and they telling you how a teeth is, but I think fish is meat, correct?
And that's what I was about to say. That's why I have my divide, and I could be totally wrong in my view of this thing. I ain't always right, but I look at meat and fish as being different. I really do, and that's why when I see chicken, fish, and turkey.
What do you mean by that?
In even in the food groups when they used to break down in school and stuff like that, they would see meat and fish. They would say meat and fish, and they would have it wouldn't be in the same category. It would be meat and fish, and so there's a divide even with that, and so that's why I always looked at those two as being different. But I understand another person's viewpoint where they say that they are the same. I can understand that too.
Right. They are the same. I mean, because the thing about it, that's why they're still put in that category. So I put it like this: it's just like saying fellas and men. You're still talking about a man. You understand what I'm saying? So we can say, well, fellas mean plural mean one and one, but you can say men, it still mean the same thing, more than one.
Okay.
So we're still talking about a man. So I mean, it's still in the same category. If it's in the same category, it's in the same category.
Okay.
So I don't. We can't really differentiate between the two because you're saying that if it says fish and meat, they might say, but they consider that as a protein. And that's why they put that in that category. That's why. So I don't. I mean that's what I get from it. I understand what you're saying. That.
What is meat?
What is meat?
It's meat.
That's just the name. That's just the name they gave it.
Flesh. Is meat the flesh of the dead animal?
Yes.
Is fish considered an animal? Is fish considered an animal? And so fish is meat because you're eating the dead flesh of an animal. Fish is definitely meat. Ain't no way they could put it around it. It could be a brain food. Fish ain't the only thing that's a brain food. We have vegetables that's a brain food. And I would have to say I would be a tree with plenty of branches that bear good fruit because I eat plenty of fruit and vegetables. But they say macaroni and cheese is a meat.
No, ain't gonna put that in the meat category now.
They do too. Macaroni and cheese is considered a meat category. In the health food. When I fixed the food, they was like, hey, just fix them macaroni and cheese and some green beans and a dinner roll. And I said, where's their meat?
Because of the cheese.
They said that macaroni and cheese is their meat.
Wow. The cheese has protein in because of the milk.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know, man. Don't bring me no plate. What meat at back to the macaroni and cheese? No. What look, where my wings at? Where my wings?
Right.
You better put some wings on there.
Bring the house up with you when you come back.
Exactly.
You gotta know they had a lawsuit for chicken. They overcharged for chicken.
Yeah, they got a big lawsuit going on right now. Did y'all know? Did y'all know? And I found out this last week. And they got all kind of laws on the books that's as crazy as absolutely ridiculous. I guess different times and stuff like that. But did y'all know that it's illegal in the state of Georgia? And I found out because I'm here in Georgia. I was looking at some of the crazy laws. It's illegal to eat chicken with a fork in the state of Georgia. It's against the law.
Why?
You're right. It is. It is because that's why they got legs. That's why you grab it by the leg and eat it.
All of them don't got a leg. They got a breast. They got a thigh.
Well, I'm talking about what I eat.
I don't eat dark meat, so I'm good. All the stuff I done heard about chicken, I done went to chicken strip.
Hey, you can talk. You can say whatever you want to say about chicken, but that is blasphemy. Because I'm telling you put it in some oil, you can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Battle it up real good and drop it in that hot grease.
Yes, Lord.
And watch that transformation.
Yeah.
Watch the transformation of it with some hot sauce on it.
I don't know.
But see, I found that
I
absolutely.
ain't gonna even tell y'all the stuff I done heard. Y'all probably already know. Y'all country man.
Yeah, we probably know already, but we can still eat our chicken now. We still eat our chicken.
Right.
We look at you. Them wings. Minister Neil, he feel the same way I feel about them wings now. You ain't gonna get no better.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I like my wings in a way where them little tips. I like them tips fried hard. I like to eat them tips too. Yes, Lord.
I have a friend that she eats her chicken, and I have another friend that was over here and she was eating this chicken. And so when he left, he called me and said, "Did you hear all that noise?" And I said, "No, dude, what noise?" He said, "All them chicken wings frying and stuff. Talking about, please don't eat me." I said, "Dude, you stupid." She eats all the tip, the gristle. She don't leave nothing like.
Good
The
Lord.
bones look like my dog don't even want them bones. He called me talking about the chicken was crying. Please don't eat me.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness, y'all. She love hers. She loves the little wing tip. She don't leave nothing. Literally, she loves chicken wings.
That's good.
Love them. Ain't nothing you can tell her about no chicken wings.
Man, look
She
here.
don't care.
Hey, them chicken ain't no like a good wing. Ain't nothing like a good wing. Tucson, what's on your heart, brother? It's illegal in the state of Georgia. It's illegal in the state of.
Remember that song that passes serving chicken wings? I forgot the name of that song. The song said pastor serving chicken wings.
I ain't heard of that one.
I gotta pull that song up.
Yeah.
I gotta pull that song up. I gotta find it first.
But anyway,
serving chicken wings.
Yeah, they made it out of a song. They didn't want to go to church, but they found out that pastor serving chicken wings. And so, people will go to church when they got a barbecue.
Yes, sir.
They go to church when they got food.
Exactly. Now watch
every time.
We good. Let me ask y'all. And one of y'all got a topic y'all want to talk about this morning? I got some. I'm ready to go into another topic right now, but I want to open up because this is Black Conversation. So, anybody got anything they want to talk about? Because I got one right here ready.
Okay, you do.
Okay,
we'll just wait for you.
And this is and this topic right here is it's almost like a testimonial type situation, and the topic is I'm still here. I'm still here. Regardless of all that we've gone through, regardless of all the trials and tribulations that we've been through in our personal lives, individually and collectively, God has given us favor to keep us here for another day. He woke us up this morning. He covered us as we slept last night and woke us up this morning. And a lot of time people say, well, they say, well, the clock woke me up now. Because if God did not take the time to breathe that breath into you one more time, that clock will ring 24 hours straight. That clock will ring 24 chime or whatever you want to call it, 24 hours straight. And it won't wake you up if God don't want you to wake up. And so what I want to do right now, Tucson, I'm coming to you. I'm still here. Through all the aggravation, everything that's going on in my life, I'm still here. Because God allowed me to be here. Come on, brother, let's talk.
Lord have mercy. You ever heard somebody say, I've been through the storm and the rain? But I made it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The heartache and pain. But I made it. We had some good days and some bad days. I had some ups and I had some downs.
Come on.
But some kind of way. Okay, when they say all things work together for the good. It didn't wipe me out.
Yes.
I'm talking about I have to admit, I have an echo right here. I've even failed. I'm talking about drastic failure. To the point where it didn't make me want to give up. It just made me want to try harder.
Come on.
I mean, I'm just saying that I've had some good things happen in life. I used to, my uncle would, he came to my house one time and he looked out the window. He said, he said, whose house is that? But he was looking at the other side of the house.
Lord.
I'm just telling you.
I'm gonna tell you, man.
But go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I mean, you have. I mean, some people have no idea what people go through, and the loss and the gains of life kind of feel like Job sometimes. I gotta appreciate what God gave, but it's His.
Yeah.
And if for some kind of reason life started happening, He got the right to take it away. Do I get mad at Him? No, that's His. This life is a vanity. We treasure things we ought not to.
Come on.
So we put so much emphasis on this fine house and this fine car, and then life start happening, and you see things kind of are diminished. But if He gave it to you one time, He can do it again.
Come on.
If you don't give up, because we just in a race. I'm just telling you about life. We're in a race, but we all get there at the same time. It don't matter whether you're rich or if you're poor. Just don't get off the field or on the track or on the court. Just play the game.
Exactly.
Just run the race. And if you finish, you'll be on the winning side. That's what I want to do.
Yes, absolutely.
So, but if we keep trying, I'm just saying.
That's good. Okay, what do you say to that? I'm still here. After all the trials and tribulations and tests and heartaches and pains or whatever, I'm still here because God allowed me to be here. Okay, talk to me.
I'm still here. I tell people that I'm still here. I done been through some things, and I wouldn't have a testimony if I didn't go through nothing. And I couldn't tell you that I know and trust Him if I ain't been through nothing. Because I have to be able to tell you something that He brought me through, something He took me through, and something I thought I wasn't going to make it through. But I'm still here at 59. Some of my friends are not here. Some of them left when they was 5 years old. Some of them left when they was 30 years old. Some of them left when they were 59 years old. But I'm still here.
Praise God. Minister Neil, through all the trials and tribulations, tests, heartaches and pain, victories, or whatever the case, I'm still here because God allowed me to be here. Minister Neil, talk to me.
Well, I mean, that just means that you know that blood still works. And kept us even to here. I heard my distance and I heard Donald.
Hey, Minister, your phone went down a little low. Your phone went down a little low. Are you talking directly into it? It went down. It went down. Go ahead. Let me hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah, that was much better.
I was saying, with the blood, we got to stand in. I hear my dear sister and I hear my dear brother speak about they have been through trials and tribulation. You got to, even through that, even through your tribulation, even through your trials, God has embodied Himself in between you and those trials and those tribulations. He's giving you something that's life. We have to really understand that and honor that. So, and I truly believe that that's just the thing that we have against that the blood is working. And continue to work. It's been manifesting in our lives in some kind of way. We don't know. We don't have an answer to why He loves us. But we just know that He loves us. So that's where I look at it. You know, I look at it that you know the story about when I was diagnosed. You were with me,
Mm-hmm.
and I was scared, but you didn't know I was.
Mm-hmm.
But to think about it, though, through all that, he took me through that to help someone later on down the line.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes those things that we go through, we've been chosen to go through those things because he could have picked anybody in the world to go through those things, but he picked us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because he knew that we had enough faith in him that not only were we going to continue to hold the bloodstained banner, but when it was time for us to tell the story that no one else could tell,
Mm-hmm.
that now it's going to help you, but it's going to help somebody around you. Because every time I tell that story, it also strengthens me, but it also encourages somebody else
Mm-hmm.
to let them know that the blood works. So those tribulations, sometimes I embrace them. I don't understand them, but I embrace them.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
understand the loss of my son. I understand that my wife come in and said that she loved me, but she can't be married to me anymore because every time she see me, she see Trey. I can understand that a year and a half later, I'm diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I look at myself now, where I am now, and I can tell somebody, don't ever think God has forgotten about you. Don't you ever think that you don't see you.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I tell people it's like a classroom. You know, when you go in and take a test, I say even the teacher is quiet while you're taking that test.
Yes.
But thank God when you come out with that faith and you're much stronger and he grades you and he says, my dear daughter or my dear son, you have passed this test.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? You can move on and know that you can look back and say, not only did I do it, but God did it with me. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I embrace them. Sometimes I tell the world, bring it on.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's nothing more you can do to me.
Yes.
Nothing more you can fight me with.
Mm-hmm.
Because now that I see it for what it is, and that's just the glory of God that's telling me that I chose you and not somebody else.
Amen. Amen. Tucson, talk to me, brother.
Man, you know, when you see, that's why I like the Hebrews, the 11th. It patterns life after those that have gone before us and actually go through and come out
Mm-hmm.
just by faith.
Mm-hmm.
That's a strange thing because a carnal mind don't even understand it. Or somebody that thinks that everything looks face value,
Mm-hmm.
or it's all about here, getting and gaining, and they think that's a good life. You may have to lose some things throughout life.
Come on.
Now, look at some people that wind up really having a terrible life. I'm talking about you look at Joseph, you look at him and his life, and you say, man, how could you wind up in this predicament?
Mm-hmm.
What happens for you to be loved by your father but hated by your brothers? They sell you out. You wind up in a pit. You sold out to some strange land, but some kind of way life starts manifesting itself, and then it's very people that put you down have to come to you for what they really need. I don't understand how that works out, but life is really like that. People will toss you to the side, kick the curve, but because of what's on the inside of you,
come on,
God enables you to He's able to sustain you till He bring you out, because He might not do it right away. It may take some years because you're not ready for what He really has in store for you. So when He started blessing Joseph, Joseph had to let them know who he really was because they had forgot.
Mm-hmm.
Because the lie was, we killed you long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But he had to tell them, no, what you did was evil. But God had another plan in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good. So, that's what we do in life.
Absolutely.
If that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
It might not happen right away, but it's coming, surely.
Yes, sir.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go to a song real quick. I'm going to go to the song. We'll play this song. We're going to come back and we're going to keep this conversation going because I'm loving the direction that it's going in. And I think this song right here, it actually fits where we are at this moment. So give me 1 second. Let me cue it back up here. It's trying to do what it want to do on its own, Lord Jesus. Okay, here we go. This is one of my favorite. Actually, this is one of my favorite songs right here. The Williams Brothers. Y'all might not know about the Williams Brothers, but for those of you that do, the Williams Brothers, man, this is one of my favorite songs by them. And the name of the song is "Still Here." Listen and enjoy.
I like that, y'all. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Listen. Heartaches. I've had my share of heartaches, but I'm still here. Mm-hmm. Trouble. I've seen my share of trouble, but I'm still here. Mm-hmm. Bruises, I've taken my lumps and bruises, but I'm still here. Yes, I am. Loneliness, I've had my share of loneliness, but I'm still here. Listen, through it all, I made it through another day's journey. God kept me here. Can anybody relate to that tonight? I made it through another day's journey. God kept me here. Now I know somebody can relate to what I'm about to say now. Lied on, many times I've been lied on. Yeah. But I'm still here. Thank you, Lord. Burdens, I had to bear so many burdens, but I'm still here, yes. Ooh, dark days, I've had my share of dark days, but I'm still here, yes I am. Disappointments, I've had so many disappointments, but I'm still here, yeah. Through it all, I made it through another day's journey. Woo. God kept me here. I don't know how you feel about it tonight, but I thank God that I'm still here. I made it. Woo. God kept me here. Let me tell you what it was, y'all. Listen. It's by the grace of God that I'm still here today. He was always there, no matter what came my way. A very present help in my time of need, standing right there just to see about me. Oh, I made it, y'all. his arms around me. It hasn't been easy, no. I made it, I made it, I made it, I made it, made it, made it, made it, yeah. Oh, 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 kept me here. And I just want y'all to know this tonight. I made it. I made it. Man, yes, I made it. I'm still here. I'm still here. But a lot of folks said that I wouldn't be here tonight. But I made it. I made it. By the grace of God, yo. Yes, I made it. I'm still here, yo. I'm still here. Yes, I am. I had to lay awake in the midnight hour sometimes, tossing and turning all night long. Have anybody ever had to lay awake all night long sometimes? I'm still here. Tears in your eyes, wondering what the next day was gonna bring. But God kept it all around you. Yes, He did. You made it through your trials. You're still here tonight. Come on and let me see those hands there tonight. I made it, 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 yeah. I'm still here, y'all. Through it all. Through it all. I'm still here.
Toussaint. Toussaint, you there?
Yeah, man. I started to sing it myself, but life is a song.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And what he said, Toussaint, is I've been lied on. One of the things that I've been lied on so many times. I've been lied on, but I'm still here. Disappointment and heartache and pain and all these things, but God kept me here. I saw you over there singing. I looked at my screen. I saw you singing. I said, Lord Jesus, the joker need to stop all that doggone singing over there. You listen
you can't beat me trying. I might not be able to say.
Well, what did that song say to you, Toussaint? Because and a lot of times, a lot of people that's actually listening to the broadcast right now, maybe they've never heard that song, or don't like listening to a gospel music or something like that, or never heard that particular gospel song. But there's a message in there, man. There's an absolute message in that song. Toussaint, talk to us.
Let me tell you what this thing what's been going on in my mind for the last couple of days. Somebody talked about it early this morning in another setting. They said a righteous man falls 7 times, but get back up or rise back up. Come on. But people don't understand the fall and the rise. So they start putting your name out there.
Yeah.
Because of the fall. It ain't come to rise.
Come on.
They don't know who's working. They think it's you that got into that predicament just because you felt like it. Mishaps just don't happen. There's a root that causes it or allows it. But see, I don't mind. I don't like the fall. I don't like to fail. You know, I don't like to lose things. I don't like to. Nobody says, you know. I think that I'll get married and get a divorce. Who does that intentionally?
Exactly.
So, but when those things start happening, then people start putting their mouth on you. But see, if you, that's why this guy, I would imagine the guy sort of sang that song, because those things start happening in his life. But see, he didn't give up. He kept trying. So he gave him the opportunity to say, sing, sit down like you, Raheem, in the rocking chair or the recliner. And he started thanking God. And he said, you know what? I made it.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a good song to sing. So he started writing his life out through the disappointment,
page by page.
And see, people start lying on it. It didn't have to be true. It was just a juicy story. that they like to tell. They don't know what went on behind closed doors. I can tell you about that song, but I didn't write it. So
Yes, sir.
Baby K knows some lyrics herself.
Kay, talk to me, sis. I'm still here. What that particular song? I've been lied on, disappointment, heartache, and pain, and all this, but I'm still here. God kept me here. Talk to me, Kay. What does that song say to you?
I love that song. When you said it, I said, who do you think we are on here? Like, how we ain't gonna know who they are? You forgot how old we just said we was. And I definitely told you I loved Lord. I definitely know him, or I wouldn't still be here.
Exactly.
So I definitely know that song, and I'm still here. And at 59, I done been lied on and all of that, disappointed, all of that. I was just disappointed the other day, but I sent something out to people and it said, put your mouth on me and watch God something to you, or something I put out. I can't even remember what I put out. So it was really funny when you said that. I said, I don't even worry about people because you only can say so much about me. God me. I can't worry about people. I mean, God got me. I got to make sure I do what I'm supposed to do. So God will keep me and do what Kay needs to do. So as long as I do that, I'm okay. Exactly. And that's why I'm still here by the grace of God. And that's why any of us are still here, especially with everything that done happened in the last 2 years. And we still here. Yes. I can honestly say and thank God that I'm still here and I have not been sick with nothing that everybody else done been sick with or claim to be sick with, because God has kept me. Ain't nobody did it but God. Ain't nothing I did. All I did was being obedient. Definitely.
The
and
way
this is my reward.
Absolutely.
For being obedient.
Absolutely.
I'm still here.
Now, let me ask you this question, Ken. Then I'll go to Donna with the same question. Some blessings that God give us, some of the blessings that God lay down before us and give to us, do we always deserve it? Have we always been just great, amazing people that God said, you've been so good, I'm just going to give you this because you've been so good? Some of the things that he pulled us out of, some of the situations that he pulled us out of, that we even put ourselves in. Sometimes we create these situations for ourselves, but he's so loving, so kind, and so giving that he pulled us out of those situations. Do we always deserve it? Okay.
We deserve it because what I put out is said, when God has his hands on you, he will handle those their mouth on you. So we deserve it. God got us. We deserve it because we done what he told us to do, or he'll use us for an example for somebody else. So you paying close attention to them. Let me show you what I'm getting ready to do. And you're going to try to figure out, how did that happen to them? How did they get that? Because of God, me. I did it. They ain't did nothing, but you watching. So let me give you something to watch.
Like the old country song said, Reba McEntire, I think let's give them something to talk about. Let's give them something to talk about.
Yeah. And I do that for you. Got to give people something to talk about. Let me give them something to talk about. They sitting over here talking about my daughter like that, talking about my son. Let me give them something. They gonna really talk now.
Exactly.
And God to do that. It don't be nothing you did. You just a vessel. That's it. God did all that. It's just your journey. It's God's journey. He paved it. We're just walking it. We're living it. As long as we stay obedient, we can live it and we can walk it.
Absolutely. Tucson, what do you say to that? Do we always deserve the blessings and the forgiveness that he give us? Even when we put ourselves in certain situations ourselves, he pulled us out of those situations. Dust us off.
Why are you on my street, man?
Come on now.
You on my street?
Come on, let's talk about it, brother.
Why is you on my street? I mean, I don't know what you messing with me for, but I ain't mad at you.
Yes, sir.
Because life is like, I can't help but reflect on the things that clearly happens in the word of God, but it's your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen, and now y'all just be patient with me for a minute. It ain't
Come
gonna
on.
take long.
Come on.
I've seen the Lord free us from situations, but then he has to go like he did the children of Israel, protect you from the taskmaster,
Mm-hmm.
because he let you go, but he really don't want you to go.
Mm.
So he has to lead you with the cloud and fire by night and day. But the enemy comes and he has to move the fire between you and the enemy so he can't get to you till
Mm-hmm.
you cross on the other side. I'm trying to tell you how he sustains you till he gets you where he wants you. I've said before people in the interview, and they told me, and this is before I started going through, okay?
Mm-hmm.
They
Come on.
say you either not qualified or you didn't sell yourself. I say I don't do that. I just do my job. I just come to work.
Mm-hmm.
So the somebody had to go above them, that was above them, and remove them totally out of the decision to put me in a place where I can be sustained till I get through with what I'm going through, because I wasn't listening
Mm-hmm.
to what. See, we look at, we start talking about relationships, and we start talking about some certain things, and I'm almost careful, but what I'm saying is, he will give you what you need, not that you deserve it,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so that you can get to the other side
Yeah.
of through.
Mm-hmm.
Because man, I went through. I'm telling you, buddy. And we talked a little bit.
Yes.
I don't tell everybody all my business.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't do that, because he's not finished.
Yes. Absolutely.
This is just the beginning of this is the beginning, and how he sustains. Because here's what he did, and I'm gonna shut up.
No, go ahead, brother. You
He
good.
says, I'm gonna fix it so that you'll be able to survive and not be outdoors. You'll be able to pay your bills. You'll be able to take care of everything that you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna suffer some loss.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're gonna be in a predicament, and you don't have to work hard
Mm-hmm.
till I get you where I want. Because if you can take this, because we life is a test. So sometimes he enables you to go through some things because he has a better thing for you.
Mm-hmm.
But we give up in the middle of the race because it's hard. Who
Yes.
cares? Hang in
Mm-hmm.
there. Hold on. Because, you sing that song, I'm still here. At least I'm still here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know how good it is these days to just wake up in the morning?
Mm-hmm. And I
How much
said
of a
something earlier.
blessing it is?
I said something earlier. A lot of people think that their alarm clock woke them up, man. But I'm gonna tell you something. If God didn't breathe that breath in you, man, that alarm clock ain't gonna do nothing, man. That alarm clock could chime 24 hours straight, and if God ain't wake you up this morning, you ain't getting up. You ain't getting up.
Man, look. Right
Some people
here,
didn't wake up
right
this
here.
morning. Yes, sir.
I wait on my alarm clock to go off
Mm-hmm.
at 4 o'clock in the morning every day.
Mm.
I be waiting to press the snooze button.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So,
Wow. Wow.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I know it's going to go off in about 10, 15 minutes
Mm-hmm.
because I'm already up. He done
Yeah.
already woke me up
Mm-hmm. Come on.
because I don't like the annoyingness of the alarm clock.
Mm-hmm.
So he get me up before he go off so I can press the button.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that something?
Yes, sir.
Guess what it do to me too, son? I'm already woke.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already up, and I normally just stick my phone and walk around with my phone. When I'm up doing stuff, the alarm go off, my dumb butt jump. Like, it scares me.
Lord.
I'm like, dumb alarm.
Mm-hmm.
Hate that noise.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But God
And
is so.
he didn't already get us out.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. But I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. God is so awesome, man. And this is a different kind of show. If anybody listens to the Morning Glow, this is actually the show we're doing right now. Is a different kind of show than what we normally do. But man, it's just so, you know, sometimes you just gotta acknowledge him, man, and let him know that you appreciate him, Because I'm gonna play another song. I'm gonna play one more song. I might play another one before we get out of here, but I'm gonna play this one right here because this is so appropriate to what we're talking about right now. Because though we made it, though we still here, though we still here. Yes, we're still here. But I'm gonna tell you something. We never would have made it without him. This is Mr. Marvin Sapp. Never would have made it.
Never would have made it. Never could have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see how you were there for me, and I can say never would have made it. Never could have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see how you were there for me, and I can say I'm stronger, I'm wiser, I'm better, much better. When I look back over all you brought me through, I can see that you were the one I held on to, and I never would have made it. Oh, I never could have made it. Never could have made it. I would have lost it all. Oh, but now I see how you were there for me. I never would have made it. No, I never could have made it without you. I would have lost my mind a long time ago if it had not been for you. I'm stronger, I'm wiser, now I'm better, so much better. I've made it through my storm and my test because you were there to carry me through my mess. I'm stronger, I'm wiser, I'm better. Anybody better? I can stand here and tell you I've made it. Anybody out there? You made it. I'm stronger, I'm wiser, I'm better, much better. I made it. I made it. I made it. Never would have made it. Never could have made it. I would have lost my mind. I would have gave up. But you were right there. You were right there. I never oh, I never Somebody just need to testify to somebody next to him. Tell him, I'm stronger. I'm wiser.
Yes.
I'm better. Much better. When I look back over what he brought me through, I realize I made it because I had you to hold on to. Now I'm stronger. Now I'm wiser. I'm better. So much better. I made it. Is there anybody in this house other than me that could declare you made it? Tell your neighbor, never would have made it. Tell them never could have made it. Oh, I wish I had.
We can stop right there. We can stop right there. Toussaint. Come on, brother. Man. Whew. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Brother, we can stop.
What you say?
We can stop right there.
Man, what you say? Never. I'm talking about I could have lost it. Oh, I'm talking about losing my mind. I'm talking about going slap crazy because of stuff.
Yes, sir.
And things and people. I graduated from people because they really don't understand that see, because they wait for you to lose your mind.
Yes, sir.
Because they look on the outside. I'm standing on the outside looking in. And they say, well, why is he still encouraging folks when or she?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it seemed like if on a normal circumstances, they should be in a mental institution, really. I'm talking about taking medication type of thing. Shock treatments.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I could imagine. I could imagine if it wasn't for him. I could imagine being on some of this medication. I can't even name them. Thank God I can't name them because I'm not on them. I don't have that prescription.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It takes some people to get through certain situations to make it. To make it, just to hold on, just to not give up, and you smile and you say, "Well, why they still talking about how good God is?" And wait a minute, that don't make no sense. But see now, if it's not, see, I ain't nothing but an instrument.
Come on,
it ain't about me.
Come on.
It's really not about me. You think, and you think when you read the stories in scripture, you think it's about Job. It ain't about Job.
No.
Job just had to show you that there's somebody that can lose it all, no matter how much he has. He can get sick as a dog, and he wave his hand and go into a praise rather than cussing God and die, like his wife suggested.
Yes. Woman, you speak it as
it
a
ain't
fool.
about him.
He said it. He
so
said
it's not about you or me.
Exactly. Come on.
It's about who is able. You remember the passage that says exceedingly abundantly above all you could actually think? Even the way that I think, even the way that I've seen it, either way that I heard it, he can outdo all of that.
Come on.
Because he's God. So he can have me go through and still smile and grin and laugh, because in my mind, it might seem crazy to some people. I wouldn't make it without him. I didn't.
Exactly. And I'm going to go to K with an E, but I want to this one part. When I listen to a song, there's always a line or two that I pull out of that song that means so much to me, man. And this is the one right here in this particular song. He said, I never would have made it. He said, because you were right there to carry me through my mess. What I did, God, you love me so much, but even when I made my own mess, you're able to reach right down and pull me out of that mess. And you carry me through my mess. Kay, talk to me, man. Because you were right there to carry me through my mess.
Yep, and it takes me back to my little thing I sent out this morning to my group family. It says, I'm stronger because I
Mm-hmm.
had to be. I'm smarter because of mistakes. Happier because of the sadness I've known. And now wiser because I've learned.
Mm,
Just blessed. And I
mm,
told him, I said, and it's all God. I couldn't have done none of that. I couldn't be stronger because of God.
mm-hmm.
I couldn't be smarter if He didn't let me make it through my mistakes and learn from them.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't be wiser if I didn't understand His word.
Mm, mm. Somebody out there listening to us right now, man. Somebody out there, and if it's not somebody out there, it's certainly me, man. But somebody out there need to hear this morning. Um, God has taken this broadcast in a totally different direction this morning, and I think it's for a reason. Tucson, what do you say?
See, we got to remember that this is some people may not like it, but it's a Christian broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
So every once in a while, we ought to take our time to just tell him thank you.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. Yes.
That's
I
it.
mean, we joke, we clown, we
Mhm.
talk about all different types of things. Everybody's invited.
Mm-hmm.
But really, Raheem, I don't mean no disrespect. You just a vessel, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
it.
sir.
Now, thank God for you,
Mm-hmm.
because see, even though we feel a certain way and believe a certain thing, you're welcome to join in, and
Mm-hmm.
we'll talk about what you want to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, whatever you think or say is about him,
Yes. Yes.
and he's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
How can you never would have thought when you was a little boy that you'd be talking to people all around the world?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't do that by yourself.
No. No. And
You'll never be able to accomplish that.
and I was on a Rashid show last night, and he asked, "Who are you, and what is your purpose and stuff like that?" And I shared a story, man. God told me when I was a little boy, man. I mean, I've even been 10 years old at that time. He said you're going to be a connector, and you're going to start you're going to start dialogue. But the dialogue you're gonna start is not gonna be about you at all. And I don't know if y'all pay attention to a lot of times when we have our topics and stuff like that. I never give my opinion. I never give my opinion at all. I never too much say what it is I think about this, or what what it is, or what I don't do that, because it has nothing to do with me. I ask y'all what's on y'all heart, what where y'all coming from, what do y'all feel. But I don't know if y'all ever paid attention, but I never give my opinion. Never. Okay. What's on your heart, sis?
Just listening and thinking that what you're saying and what Tucson said, that, and you said it's going to a whole nother level, but God led you there. He definitely led you to this, to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody probably is definitely that needed to hear it, to know that the struggle, it's just begun, and God got you. Because people can be going through it and sitting at home listening and like just really going through it, and they listening to the radio. You ain't just happen to turn it on and be listening to it. You didn't just happen to go to Facebook and be hearing us. God sent you there because you needed to hear it. He put me on the line this morning. I ain't been able to get on the line. I had to get a whole new phone. Every phone I was getting, the phone service, they wasn't covering my conference calls. He put me on there just in time. I'm on there today.
Absolutely.
I got to get on the prayer line and everything. So God is good. And it wasn't nothing I could do about it. I done bought this phone, that phone. He's like, come on. Y'all believe it or not, I spent $22. And I have a phone that I can call the prayer line and I can call the gospel radio channel now. $22.
Praise
$22.
God.
God is good.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's some people out there, man, that at this point in their life, they know him, but they don't know him. And you know, they're straddling the fence in whatever way. And but I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. God loves you. God loves you, and He's waiting on you. He's waiting on you. Yeah, you right there. Yeah, He's waiting on you. Give Him a chance. We a lot of times we try Tucson, and we got to call him. Go to the call in just a second. But Tucson, a lot of times, man, we try everything in the world that we could try. We try the alcohol, the drugs, the sex, and all kind of other things, man, to try to suffocate our pain, try to hide our pain, and we try all these things to try to eliminate what it is that we're going through. We try all these things, man. Alcohol, drugs, sex, lying, whatever it is, man. But we won't try God. Why is that, Tucson?
Well, and I'm somebody have to excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are down on people because of what they do, because we have arrived in our self-righteousness.
Come on.
But it's okay to be where you are. Let me say that. If I don't say nothing else, it's okay to be where you are. I don't care what you're doing. He can meet you where you are. But he's not going to make you.
Yes.
But he's there for you. He's not going to stop loving you. I understand, and I know you got that pipe in your head. But that ain't got nothing to do with the love of God.
Come on.
Nothing. Period.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I don't know what kind of alcohol that is. And I know that I'm just saying he can meet you right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything's his.
Mm-hmm.
We just mistreat and misuse what he is.
Mm-hmm.
But he'll stay there with you till you get ready.
Exactly.
Till you get tired. See, I don't know. I can say that because I had to get tired of me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about downright sick of me.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
He talked. Matter of fact, he talked to you along the way. And say, you know, it's not where I want you. And he let you keep on going. And then every once in a while he says, I still love you.
Yep.
And I don't know about you, Kay, but every once in a while he say, with your crazy self.
Don't
you won't listen. Which you just won't listen.
But you know what?
Go ahead.
You mentioned the pipe and the liquor, but what about the hypocrite Christian that people is trusting and they telling them all this hip stuff and then they watching them? Sometimes you can have a conversation with a person and it'll steer you away from God's way because you'll be like, I don't want to be like her. I don't want to be like him. A pastor. I tell y'all, I recently had to tell some people and pray because I can't go and help this person and I know the pastor ain't right. I said, because you can't be a crooked pastor and think that you can't be seen. I said, because he done put these godly eyes over there and these godly ears to hear it and see it. And I'm not gonna tolerate, and I'm not gonna turn a deaf ear or a blind eye. I'm just not gonna come around y'all because he's not right. And that's where y'all want to do business at. So when it come down on him, it's gonna come down on y'all because y'all all under the same roof.
Up under the same roof.
Y'all know that he ain't right. So you can't do that. This girl was like, that's why I don't go to church. And that's why I said, but you can't look at him and say that's why you don't. You don't because you choose not to.
Yeah.
I said, but if you go and get it for yourself, you'll understand he's wrong and you wouldn't be standing here next to him knowing he's wrong.
Exactly. We got another caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Rico calling from Anderson, Alabama. Grand Rising, everybody.
Rico, good morning. How you doing this morning?
Nah, I can't complain, man. I'm out here getting this vitamin D.
Yes, sir.
This natural medicine.
Absolutely. That healing source. Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Rico, I know you've probably been listening to us a little bit this morning, man. What's on your heart about what we're talking about?
Well, I mean, really, I was just listening, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not really I can say on this subject, you know what I'm saying, of what y'all been talking about, because, you know, y'all been pretty God heavy this morning, but you know, I'm not very religious.
Yeah.
Even though I am about good and God and the universe, I don't believe in man-made religions that much of that division.
Okay. Rico, let me
that
say
it creates amongst people. So it's really hard for me to, you know.
Let me say this to you. Let me say this to you, brother.
I'm gonna say go along the lines that y'all are going on. You know what I'm saying? The way that I believe and the way that, you know what I'm saying, I honor and worship. You know, I think I said last week I pray different. I ain't never been able to pray. Never, ever been able to pray. Even in silence. Even in solitude when ain't nobody around. Much less loud. I've never been able to just pray inside of my head.
Yeah.
The way everybody else can do it. But the way I carry myself and the way that I believe when the time comes is better than any prayer. And I've never been able to figure out, you know, why is it a wall that I have, or why is it that I can't pray? When it's because I just don't, you know, I really can't comprehend doing right and being good and in a higher power the way everybody else does. You know, so right now, really, I've just been listening, but I do agree with a lot of what you're saying. You know, without the universe or God or, you know, whatever supreme being, the ultimate power, without that, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have waken up this morning. Every morning I get up, I go live and I tell everybody grand rising, and then I tell them to give thanks. And I also tell everybody congratulations. I tell them congratulations because the universe bestowed upon us the greatest gift to this date of our existence. And every day that we're alive, that is the greatest gift that we could ever be given. Because if we didn't receive this gift, it could be the worst thing that could have happened in our existence. So, you know, I agree to a certain extent, but I just don't want to go diving too much into how I believe or how I feel. You won't hear me using the word God a whole lot, or even, you know, mentioning religion or Christianity or anything like that, but you'll still hear me speaking of good, because I know if some people don't receive God, or if some people are afraid of a religion, they still can equate it with good and righteousness.
That's good. And let me go to Tucson. Tucson, let me ask you this question, because we had a conversation similar to this. I think it was last week or maybe the week before. Do a lot of shows, man. Can't keep up with all of them. But and we was talking to Rico because about, you know, what he just said, basically about the good. Do we sometimes, for the sake of using the term Christianity and religion and stuff like that, do we sometimes put God in a box and everybody else in a similar box? Because if you don't say this word, if you don't use this verbiage, isn't it really all based on with love and kindness have I drawn? Isn't it really based upon doing what is right and loving thy neighbor and treating each other right with love and respect and honor? Shouldn't it be more based on that ideology, instead of just saying, okay, well, you're not Christian because you're not Christian? It is have we missed it?
Okay, so now I don't know if you read it, but if last time I checked, the earth is the Lord. The earth is the Lord, and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. All I know is Bible. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
But that don't put him in that box.
Come on.
The scripture. Because he's bigger than that. You got to be kidding me. He's looking for righteousness.
Yes.
That's all.
And ain't that what Rico was talking about, righteousness?
Yeah, I know, and I'm not trying to pump or prime nobody, but Rico more righteous than a lot of folks. And I know because he's right, because he's honest. You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure. I remember one of the prophets. He said, "I'm a man of unclean lips." What does that mean? Does that mean he'll cuss you out?
In the New York second. In the New York second.
I mean, his Jesus himself, he picked Peter, and Peter cut your ear off. And he'll cuss you.
Yeah, you mother fud rucker.
we think it's if you don't bear the name Christian, then you out of the box somewhere. You don't fit. Well, I think the disciples had the same problem. They said, "Hey, them people are not with us." And Jesus had to tell them himself, if they're not against us, they must be for us. So you can't discredit even our Muslim brothers or anybody that's trying to do the right thing, even if they can't get it all right. We be studying this. Oh, you got to use this term and you got to use that term. You got to be like this. Who said that? You gotta esteem this day. You gotta honor this day. Where that's at?
Yeah.
Prove it. Because if you gotta eat this certain meat, you can't do this. You can't show it to me.
Come on.
Because when you look at him, they had some people that had that problem, and he said, "How are you going to tell something that I made that is unclean? You got to be kidding me." See, what we do, most Christians, church people, think they holy. Church folk, they read a couple of scriptures and they think they got it together because the furthest they can go is their pastor. They know everything. But if you get out of that box there and go somewhere else, you'll find out that both of y'all foolish.
Hey, Donald, they learn 3 scriptures. They learn 3 scriptures and they want to start a church. They learn 3.
And them and their cat is the members.
Exactly. We got another caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Toya with a T.
I don't know. That might be me. Toya with the T. Calling from the ATL. Shouting.
All good.
Toya with a T. You know that's her.
I'll go say Toya must be fighting. She must be fighting with that doggone mute button over there. She fighting with that mute button. Toya, good morning. How you doing this morning?
I'm fighting with the mute button in one hand and wiping the drool off my face on the other one because I just woke up and boy, oh boy, that was a good sleep when I was focused. Water on the side of my mouth.
She been swimming. She been swimming in it.
Like that
she been swimming. Look, she been swimming in it. She been swimming.
Good morning.
Hey Toya, I played Warren Sapp, Never Would Have Made It, and he had a line in that song that said because you were right there to carry me through my mess. And I said every time I listen to a song, certain words pop out of the song that sticks to me. Because you were right there to carry me through my mess. Never would have made it. Now Toya with a T, tell me about it. Do we dig deep holes for ourselves sometimes?
And look, I'm not gonna talk about nobody else, but that bed mama say that you make and you lay in, of course we do. I'm just gonna talk about me. I'm stupid, Lord.
Wow.
I was stupid for a long time, Lord, disobedient, angry, mad, and everything that they said that the Lord wanted me to do, I did the exact opposite. An idiot, dumb. I told you the other day, talking about driving buses and flying planes to hell. What? So no, ain't no way I would have made it without him. I was dumb.
Yeah.
I was
we all were.
So no, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be sane.
Come on.
I didn't even know I was insane. And I thought I was sane, but I wasn't. So no, listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you how deep this thing goes, man, right? I love me, but I know I got a family gap. I had a conversation with my family yesterday. I said, the Lord blinded Saul. They said, he blinded Samson. Then they start talking about the story of Samson. Now, God just told me the other morning, he said, Toya, I need you to get back to reading your Bible every day because you're getting a little rough around the edges. Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay. So, but he told me to pay attention to people that speak the word because when they read their Bible every day, there's a certain softness that's going to come with them, a certain understanding, a certain empathy. But all my family is rough around the edges as hell, so that's why I'm trying to break away. Well, at any rate, so we talked, and I thought about what God said. So Samson didn't get blind. Samson got blinded. Yes, I said, well, tell me the story. Oh, he got his hair cut off. I said, why he got his hair cut off and he went blind? Oh, no. So I just immediately stopped talking. But this is an authoritarian figure in my life. Okay. And I just recognize how God told me. That's why you listen to me. That's why you listen to what I tell you.
Yes.
Because you human. You remember how when you was younger, because you was angry and hurt, you told your nieces and nephews things that you thought was going to be good for them. Now you going back, correcting all of that on what I said. Everybody does that. So God is on me right now about listening to him. And when I get someplace in some kind of church, see a scripture, hear scripture, I need to be going this the same way they taught me in school to do research and write these papers down and prove points to make sure I'm right. You do that with me. And that's what I do. If I hear something, I'm going to the Bible and I'm checking. Lord, now, I need you to help me because we humans are special. And we got this innate ability to want all the power for ourselves, and we will not give it to God. It's always about us, what I want you to understand, what I want you to believe. But it doesn't go with God. Parents do it all the time. When they tell their kids what they don't want them to do, instead of telling them God's way.
Come on.
So when it comes to humans, and I'm just talking about my dumb behind, I was an idiot. We don't want to acknowledge that we were wrong or crazy or dumb, but every human walking, even the ones that don't believe in God, if you don't know that the very breath in your lungs and the breath of life is God carrying you, no matter what you've done, you are a deceived fool like I was. And there's going to be either a great awakening that's going to come, or you're going to get washed away with the rest of the saddle.
Wow. Wow. Kay, with the E, what's on your heart, sis?
That's real talk, Toya, with a T. That's real talk. That's about what you're going to do. But God is good. And I just think that people need to read the word for themselves and find him and trust him and just get with him. You ain't got to go into the church to get with him. Just get with him. You can sit at home and get with him. He's there. He's waiting on you. You could be sitting in that car, bus stop. It don't matter. He's with you. He's always with you. Even when you think he ain't with you, he's with you.
Even in jail, after you commit that crime, beat somebody upside the head, he be there too.
He's there for real with you. Not even after you do it. Look, I'm telling y'all, I used to tell people, I'm going to put him on the shelf. I quit doing that. My mama said, you can't do that, girl. All right, then I know I'm going to win because I'm going to take him with me.
Now, y'all saying, hold on. Are y'all trying to tell me that if I'm sitting here, if I'm laying on the ground drunk, I almost can't even get up because I'm so drunk? Are you telling me that he's still there with me, even if I'm drunk?
He's with you. He's with you because you still above the ground, not under the ground. He definitely with you.
Now hold on.
Right.
Now hold on. Now. See y'all tripping. If now somebody send
with you.
If somebody
he's with you. When he don't want you to get that liquor, you can't get it. You can have all the money in the world, but you can't get it. If he don't want you to smoke that crack, you're not gonna get it. When he's ready for you to do something different, you're gonna do something different. And if that's what you intended for your life to be, and that's what you want your life to be, he's gonna let you be content with that, because that's where you want to be.
Now, what about that dope
fiend? You don't want to be there.
Now hold on.
Say, like Rico say, he don't pray. Rico think he don't pray, but what he just to talk and to mention, just like he said, he was up getting that good vitamin D. He couldn't get it if the Creator didn't create it. So he's definitely getting it from the Creator, straight from the earth. It ain't going in no store, and it ain't being processed. It's straight from the earth. So he's definitely a righteous person. He's up getting it the natural way. He ain't drinking it in no glass.
So you telling me that this
So
dope fiend, this hold on.
Pray,
Okay, hold on.
He pray.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Now, y'all ladies, and I gotta go to my brothers for a second. I'm gonna stick with y'all for a second though. You telling me that this dope fiend that's about to fall out the chair because he got the needle still stuck in his arm and he done passed out?
Yep. He did too.
And he passed out and he woke back up and he was like, man, that was a heck of a high there. Because God took him there. God was with that man. When God ain't with you, they OD. You done OD now because you wasn't holding on to God's hand. You was under Lucifer's wing. You got to get up under the right wing for God's protection. You get up under the devil's wing, then that's what you get.
Wow.
He can't protect you from that. Only God can protect you from that.
Not only the crackhead right here, I hate to have to say it, but it's rapists, murderers,
all of
them. It's a whole bunch of them that he covered, man, and we don't even notice it. Look at R. Kelly. Look at R. Kelly. Look at all of them. You can't tell me that before R. Kelly went down, I'm talking about Jeffrey Epstein either, man, that he didn't tell them humans, y'all better stop, because I'm coming. I know he did, because he got me before he got them. And when I looked around, oh, man, they houses was crumbling down. R. Kelly, Epstein, all of them. So, yeah, he is there, and that's the part we hate to be cool about. Because I saw my uncle that touched me, and yeah, become a deacon. So I know he's there, but this is where we get mad. You mean to tell me I done walked around doing all this good and the crackhead get into heaven just like me, or the crack or the drug dealer saved just like me? That's where the problem is. When we get mad about what we couldn't do or what God, and I feel like this, God won't let me do certain things. There's certain things I just could not do in my lifetime because God said no. So how am I gonna get mad with the people that can do it? And that's what's going around here wrong on with us in earth. Because we acting like we don't sin because I can't see inside your head, but because you don't smoke, because you don't do crack, because you don't pimp, because you don't child molest, you're not a sinner now. Now you're perfect. And we got this back and forth. We mad with each other instead of going with God loves us all, no matter how big or how small the sin.
Wow. I want to call this name here, but somebody put something on the post. It says love covers a multitude of sin. I'm not gonna try to say your name because I will butcher it and I don't want to disrespect your name. But and the phone line, let me say this to you. The phone lines are open. If you want to be a part of the conversation, you're more than welcome to call in. We're gonna be here for about 10 more minutes. The phone number is 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. I'm gonna say it one more time because I think you missed a couple of numbers. 508-924-3521. Tucson, what's on your heart, brother?
They said what, Raheem?
Love covers a multitude of sins.
Oh yeah.
Tucson, what's on your heart? Absolutely. Tucson, what's on your heart, brother? Talk to me. Rico, coming to you next.
The
women wide open this morning.
Man. Yeah, I know.
He got to be good.
That. See, I think that's why a lot of people have been exposed.
Yeah.
And this pandemic has really exposed what people think that is actually the church.
Yeah.
And Christians.
Yeah.
And they're really a bunch of Pharisees and Sadducees. And they had to be pointed out because all they do is walk around criticizing folks. And want them to be like them, walking around with an entourage. What you need an entourage for? People that talk well about you.
Yeah.
So now we all on the same plane field. and matter of fact, if you really look at it, Rico, and you've been watching for a while, the church really look bad. you all these healers.
Yeah.
You ain't seen them. None of them go to the hospital and try to empty out some of them full ICU units. Lay hands on some of them folks. Since you got so much power, anointing.
Come on.
You run your mouth, but you're scared just like everybody else. That's why you're shut down now.
Yeah.
Come on.
Ain't that something?
Wow.
So here we are, that everybody has an opportunity to do the same thing. However you believe, whatever you think, you can go to the source, the only source.
Come on.
And look for the help that you need.
Exactly.
You don't have to do no preacher because they're not in the pulpit. They can't pay their bills no more. How that looking? If we talk about, the Lord will bless you, you ain't got nobody to look to now. So we don't have no excuse.
Come on.
God's going to get what he deserves one way or the other, even if he have to have you take a walk.
Exactly.
And talk to you.
How you say take a long walk on a short pier. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. 508-924-3521. They say, I found a pen. They wrote in the book, I found a pen. So I want to make sure I repeat the number one more time. Rico, what's on your heart, brother?
I got a question.
Okay.
And this might be sort of in general, and it might just be something to make people think. But when y'all say God is with us, does that mean he's just walking side by side with us? Or is it in the terms of the perspective of he sees all and knows all? Because that's the way I always grew up. Ever since I was a youth and I was even exposed to a supreme being. He sees all and knows all, like Santa Claus. He know everything you're doing. Or do y'all mean he's walking with us as protection or as a shield? Give me the answer to that. And then
I'm gonna answer.
Let me say this, Kate. Hold on, Kate. Let me say this. I think, truth of the matter, and I want to hear everybody's perspective, but I think it's a little bit of both. I really think it's a little bit of both. He sees everything, and there's nothing you could do that's going to surprise him that you've never seen before. He know your life, created your life, and know the path that you're going to walk. Also give us free will, though. Give us choice. Give us, and people say all the time, God is a gentleman. He's not going to kick the door down and make you do anything. He's going to give you options. It is based on the option that you make, what the next move is. I hope that's clear. I hope that's clear what I'm saying. But go ahead, Kate, what's on your heart?
You said it. I was going to say the same thing. He's with us at all times. He's there through the good times, the bad times. He's with us. He's going to protect us. And he's only going to protect us if we seek protection. He's not going to just do it because he's God. We have to seek it. If I'm out there doing something that I know better, but I'm going to grab my 38 and I'm going to run out there to the streets and I'm going to go chase this girl down because they messing with my kids or whatever the case may be. He's with me. I'm going to protect my kids. But at the same time, I got to think and I got to go back to what would God really want me to do? How do he really want me to handle this? He's definitely with me and he's definitely going to protect me. That's my protection right there. That second thought. Girl, if you don't go put that gun up and handle this different, that's that second thought. He's always with us and he's there for protection. He's with our babies when we ain't there with them and they go to school and come home safe. He took them to school and brought them home safe. All we have to do is be obedient. You have to be obedient to him. You can't just walk around here and do whatever you want to do and think you ain't going to never have a hard time or a hardship. And you will sit down and be like, oh, Lord, why am I going through this? You have to. Eventually, you'll talk to him. If you don't even say, Lord, you'll say, what in the heck is going on? You're talking. You ain't got to call him by no name. He know you talking to him. Ain't nobody else there. You talking to him.
I'm glad you brought it back around full. I'm glad you brought it back around full circle because that's the point I was getting to. See, we got to go back and start looking at the language that we use and why some people just can't receive the conversation the way others can. 1 minute he's with us all, protecting us all.
Take it back to when you was looking for your son and how he put it on you to go back around.
One at a time.
I get that, but let me finish the point that I'm making. 1 minute he's with us all. And so when you say that word all, that means he's protecting and shielding us all, each and every one of us, every single second of the day, protecting us and shielding us just because. But then you come back and say, only if. So that means he's not protecting us all if we are not following him. See, what's the use of him walking by our side if he got us regardless? What's the use of us turning towards him if he's going to let us into heaven and forgive us regardless?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, people have to understand the effort that they have to make if they want to see his protection. See, I don't think he was shielding and protecting Samuel Little when he was killing them 98 women. I don't think he was protecting and shielding the doctor that murdered 218 people while he was doing his profession and pretending to be a helper. I don't think he was protecting and shielding and walking. Now, he may have been watching. He knows what you were doing. He knows when you've been eating. He knows when you've been bad or good. He knows when you've been sleeping, all that.
Let me
the same Santa Claus thing. Mm-hmm. That's what he does. He knows all.
Okay. But Rico, let me say this to you.
Sometimes when you hear people speak like this, you assuming, well, okay, everybody got his grace.
Mm-hmm.
Now, everybody might have his grace. They might have an opportunity to receive his grace. I see, we got a judgment day. That judgment day let me know that everything ain't just open door.
Rico, let me throw this in. Hold on. Let me throw this in real quick. And I'm gonna let you finish because I see you going somewhere, brother. And let me throw this in just for the sake of the conversation. We can't. It will be very unfair. It will be very unfair for us to say, deal with just one side of the coin and not deal with both sides of the coin. And you got to understand, like, when people are doing evil things, when people are doing very evil and corrupt things and doing things that are quote unquote not godly, you got to understand that just like God is there, we can't acknowledge the presence of God and not acknowledge the presence of the enemy as well. Satan is there, and he said in the Bible, it speaks about they asked, where have you been? He said, I've been in throughout, and I'm paraphrasing, in and out throughout the earth and back and forth just to see who I can devour. And so a lot of times what happens is you got to, like I said, we will be very unfair, and we will be misleading the people if we just say God, God, and not say that the devil's there as well, because the devil's out there. He's actually trying to get you to do those evil things that you're doing, and now you're stuck in I don't know if I want to say stuck in the middle, but you're placed in a situation where you have to make a determination who you're going to listen to, because who you going to serve. Exactly.
I look at it as having the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other shoulder. Exactly. That same analogy.
Yeah, that's good.
It's good. Always there. Mm-hmm. But my thing is sometimes when these conversations are had, you know what I'm saying, it could be easily assumed that God is protecting and shielding everybody.
He's trying to
with them, because why would God sit there next to your side and watch you get murdered?
Mm-hmm.
Why would God sit back? Why would God sit back and watch a child get killed when they're 6 months and put in the oven?
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So the thing is we still have to realize that we are at the will of people. He might be with us in spirit, but to feel like that you're going to be protected and shielded at all times because he is there all the time is a totally different story. So I think that's the point that I'm trying to make.
Yeah, I understand.
Sometimes we need to make that clear, because at first it was coming off like, oh, he with everybody, he protect everybody, he shield everybody, God. And I'm like, man, he can't be protecting the serial killer.
Rico, you didn't hear the part. You got to get up under his wing, or you got to get up under the devil's wing.
Yeah.
So if you get up under the devil, devil's wing, then the devil gonna protect you and bless you, because that's where you have chose to be. But I watched a girl shoot a gun, and the little boy's mama jumped in front of her son, but the gun jammed. That was God. So that girl would have shot that woman and her son. The gun jammed.
So the point I'm making is it needs to be clarified, because you still have to make the effort.
See, and
for you to
actually, you have to. And they tell you,
one at a time. Both of y'all can't be at the same time. One at a time.
It tells you if you take one step, gotta take two, but you gotta take one.
But see what y'all doing. Hold on, everybody. What's happening right now is what's happening right now and I want to make sure that y'all understand. Y'all are saying the same thing. Y'all are pretty much saying pretty much the same thing. And it's just that I don't know if y'all are listening to each other. And I think we just lost Rico. Rico, call back in, brother. But I think y'all are saying the same thing. But what's happening is y'all are not listening to each other because y'all are saying identical things. Both of y'all are saying that you have to listen. He's saying it from a standpoint where you have to acknowledge, and he wants you to acknowledge, and he don't want people to get a misinterpretation as to what we're saying. And he's trying to come in and clean it up so that everybody will have a clear understanding. You're saying that you have to get up under the protection, you have to get up under the wings of God, and there he will protect you up under that situation right there once you get up under the wing, once you go to him. But like I say, what I'm saying is that we all have to understand that we will be doing a total injustice if we just say God gonna do it, and we don't acknowledge the fact that the enemy is there as well, and he's trying to get you to go out there and do those evil things. Now you have to be in a situation where you have to make that. Yes, God want to protect you. Absolutely, he wants to protect you. But at the same time, he give you free choice. He give you a choice as to what you want to do in certain situations. And if you listen to what he's saying, and if you get up under his covering, then yeah, you will be protected. Yes, you will be protected. But at the same time, you have to have that choice. Toya, I heard you trying to say something a few seconds ago. What's on your heart, sis?
Yeah, I wanted to respond to what Rico was saying only because I have to be honest about who God is, right? Mm-hmm. And before I surrendered, the things that I've done were the things that, well, first of all, like I want to tell Rico, God created me in his image, first of all. So I am a God too. Mm-hmm. I have to decide what I am a God of. I'm a God in the flesh. He anointed me to be here in the flesh and represent him. Along the way, things happened to me as a human that I was hurt from. And I'm going to say I was hurt from being molested. And I remember doing things like, I remember I choked one of my nieces. I was very young. But I remember God being there saying, don't do that. But I remember the anger pushing me to want to. I remember I've spanked family members out of anger, knowing better, because my father taught me better. Mm-hmm. And I allowed myself to do it. And I allowed myself to do these things with things that were not of God. That's who I was the God of. I was the God of flying the airplane to hell and using men and manipulating and selling this and doing that. That's what I was the God of. I didn't want to think about being a good part of the good God team. God is everything. He is everywhere. And he saw everything I did every time. Yeah, it is a being that is a masculine figure that is hovering over me all the time. When I said, no, get off of me, I pulled away from him. When he was saying, come here, it's the car coming. No, get off of me. I want to do this. I'm angry. I want to act out like that. And I pulled away from him. And by his grace, still, miracles happened. Cars slowed down and disappeared when I looked up. I don't know. I don't know. I can't explain it because it wasn't me, because I was pulling away. But the day I decided to stop fighting because I'm tired, Lord, I don't want to do this no more. I don't know what to do. I thought I was doing the right thing, but I wasn't. And when I got to that point where I dropped on my knees, because I'm not weak, you heard? I'm not dropping on my knees. I'm not praying. I'm not doing all that because I done been this and I done seen this happen and I done seen that happen. And if God this and God that, and the day that I dropped on my knees and started to be a human, let him lead, he showed me it's us. You're a spirit. We are spirit. And we do things in our actions in our flesh that we don't know how it affects things. Because it's a spirit. It's a spirit of who you are. And as a child, what am I gonna say? When I went and I stayed with my mother, my father didn't come see me. What I was supposed to feel like he didn't put up the effort, but he did. She just had whatever she had going on, whatever she had going on. And as I got older, I had to look at this as life, and I can't get mad at God for what someone did, because we know better as humans. We know we ain't supposed to be sleeping with people. We don't know, oh, I didn't know that the person was really going to do that. The mother was really going to touch the son. Or the sister was really going to touch the brother. We don't really know that. But we don't stop and deal with this stuff. And then we always want to put it on God. What about us? Humans are making these actions. And those actions cause other reactions in ways you don't understand, Adam and Eve. You know what I'm saying? So as a human being that's surrendered, and I'm being honest about being a human, and I'm being honest about my contact and my interaction with God and who he is, he's not going to make me do nothing because he gave me this flesh. And I have this flesh in the image of a God, and I need to figure out what I'm going to do with it. Am I going to be the good God in the flesh, or I'm going to be the bad one? And I fight every day to be the perfect one.
Wow.
Because I don't do bad things anymore. But I do a little, you know. Yeah. And I'm trying to work on that every day.
There
but
you
that
go.
Stuff that I know is bad, not playing, I'm not playing.
Exactly.
You know what's bad and good. I don't do those things anymore. And let me fight with my little sins I got going over here with me. But we know, we humans, we know, and we need to call it what it is and stop playing and blaming stuff on God.
Exactly. Let me read this right here. Then I want to go to Tucson. Then we'll go to Rico. This is Public Citizen. He said, I was an atheist for a long time, but I think having a belief in God can be good for keeping us humble. I do not believe any particular religion has all the power, have all the answers. I tend to agree with Rico. So Public Citizen saying he absolutely agree with Rico in his view as to what he's saying. And that's one of the things I love about this platform. We all are speaking to somebody. We all are speaking to somebody. You know, do we always agree with everything? Absolutely not. And it will be very boring if we did. It would be very boring if we get here and just all agree. That's terrible. That would be terrible. And so that we all have different views, and we have to respect each other's viewpoint and be respectful in the way that we conduct ourselves. But outside of that, man, I love it. I love this conversation this morning. Tucson, what's on your heart?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, when somebody take a oh Lord, boy, when somebody do that,
you just don't know. Then you just don't know.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. We only know in part. We don't have the full understanding because there are some things that we think that we do in secret, and it's not secret. It's no secret. The limited information that you have is all that you're working with. That's it. And some people settle with that and say this is the truth. That's part of the truth. And so when God, this is just me, okay?
Go ahead.
Just me. Just nobody else. Just me.
Yes.
I don't think that whoever we're talking about, that one supreme being, if you don't acknowledge him as God or your God, then he won't be that. That's just it.
Right.
He's not going to force you. He's not going to press on you. If you want to see him as just somebody that you can talk to the way that you need to talk to it and communicate with him through whatever avenue that you want, he don't mind because he's all of that. All of that. You can't eliminate him out of anything. Nothing.
Yeah.
Even the things that go wrong.
Right.
We get mad with him when we don't agree with what he allows.
Right.
But he's the one that allows it. He in control. He's gonna fix that. You think that the person that sets people afire, and I know it's been a while since they've never answered to it. They don't answer to it. I believe that. That's just me. Just me. Okay? Who am I? One insignificant person that have decided I'm not going to put him in the box of my mentality because I'm limited in knowledge and understanding. I ain't never seen him. Never. Some people say, well, I seen him face to face. I almost called you a lie. I almost did, but I don't know that. I can't say that some people say they seen angels, and I can't argue with you about that because I don't know. I don't know what he shows you. But I do know that there are some things that he allows because it's more so of a twofold fight. There are some things work on your behalf, and there are some things work against you.
That's good.
I mean, there are evil people and good people. That's just the way life is. It takes a whole lot of people to make the world go around.
Yes.
And function. That he wants it to function, because when it really comes down to it, we don't want to have that garden-like conversation with him. I'm talking about the original garden-like conversation where he actually talked to Adam and he says, look, and Adam and Eve got together and said, we don't want to hear what you got to say. We want to do our own thing. And that's the way we are as people. We don't want to just accept it. We want to debate it. And that's okay. That's fine. Because we're supposed to come together. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not right. I don't try to be. I shouldn't try to be. So when I get in a conversation with my Muslim brother or my atheist brother, there's a time in life that he'll let you go as far as he will allow you to go. Until he says stop. I'm just saying. I'm not too bright, but I ain't stupid.
Exactly. Good deal. Good deal. Great conversation today. Anybody have anything before we get out of here? Good deal. Good deal.
No, great show, Raheem. As usual, man, I appreciate you and everybody on the platform. Good job.
Praise God. Praise God. Rico.
Yo.
What's going on today, sir, at 3 o'clock today? What is going on at 3 o'clock today, sir?
I just called back in. You're going to have to give me another alias. I'm Ted McMahon, not Ed, but Ted. And I called back in just for this. If you missed today's broadcast and would like to catch the image entirety, you can tune in at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on www.dklmediagroup.com. And here Raheem.
Good deal.
That was good, Rico. That was on time.
Lord.
Good. He gonna send you that blank check.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you say? Ted McMahon. What is it? Ted McMahon?
Ted
McMahon. There you go. Good. Good. Hey, Rico.
No, Ted McMahon. You remember Johnny Carson had Ed McMahon?
McMahon. Rico McMahon. He Rico Jackson. That's the first Ted.
Exactly.
I remember that.
Exactly. Hey, Rico. Man, hey, Rico, what's going on with them Carolina Panthers, man? The boys 3-0, man.
Well, you know, it's early in the season. You know how that goes.
Man,
they could win out or they could lose out. You know, the Giants went 8-8 one year and won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. You're right.
So, you know, it's early.
But I was like, man,
the Panthers is one of my teams, Raheem. They just doing what they need to be doing right now.
Man,
I'm a Chiefs fan, but I'm a Panther fan for forever.
Oh man. Look here.
They can do good or bad. I still love the Panthers.
Look here. Them Ravens did y'all though.
They okay.
Jackson did y'all.
They got one of our teammates on there, so you know they feel a little sorry for him.
No, Jackson handled y'all. Rico, I know you saw the game, brother. Did Jackson handle the ball?
That's my team.
They didn't handle
that's my team. That's my team, the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? We don't play the radio.
Look. You know what?
That joker say we won't even play the radio.
The Ravens, the Chiefs, them was mine right there. So when they play the Ravens or they play the Panthers, don't nobody want to watch football with me.
But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you something though. I believe O Jackson handled y'all though. That boy played. That boy jumped up over the whole line and threw it and made a completion, and the boy ran on down the field. I said, Lord, look at this here. That boy played that game there. He had to get that monkey off his back.
I think they let him do that. They knew he was gonna. They let him do that.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
I think everything's bought. I think the football games is bought, boxes bought, all of it's bought.
Mm-hmm.
Paid entertainment.
Yeah.
Hey, can you imagine them out there pulling hamstrings and Achilles and tearing up their knees to play and fake everybody out?
Please. That's what I said too. My grandson plays for high school, and they just messed his knee up.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I said, y'all gotta pay attention. I'm gonna be a football coach. I'm gonna send y'all pictures of it.
Don't
give me a team.
Then you go.
I am.
Oh Lord Jesus.
I'm giving me a team, a high school team at that,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna show them how to play.
Mm-hmm.
If you protect the runner, y'all job is to protect the runner.
Here we go.
That's right.
Donald Toussaint, help us, Donald. Donald, help us, brother. Donald Toussaint.
I can't. Y'all notice I was quiet because
That's right. Because you're supposed to be like, yeah,
Rico,
baby, I can.
Rico, I'm gonna say this quiet. I'm a Saints fan.
You a Saints fan? Oh, you an Aints fan? You mean y'all gonna break them bags out again,
He
brother?
said, what did he say?
Say he a Saints fan.
What did he say? He said, oh, Saint, what? Oh, Saint.
Look at y'all about to break them bags out again, brother. The New Orleans Aints. Y'all about to break them bags out.
He's a Saint man.
But
Saint. You know, Saint, y'all Saint. Y'all Saint.
Lord Jesus.
Y'all Saint below.
Hey, look, let's get on out of here. We got to get on out of here, man. Y'all acting up, man. It's time for us to go. It's Friday. It's been a great broadcast. I want to thank everybody for joining us. And more than that, I want to thank you for allowing DK and Media Group and Associates and the Morning Glow for being a part of your morning. It is 10:22. We're way over today. It is 10:22. You're about to exit the Morning Glow. But before you go, I want you to do me two favors, if you will. One, I want you to continue to pray for us because we're certainly praying for each and every one of you. Number two, why this is real simple. I want you to go out there, find somebody, and give them a hug because you'll never know. It could be the only hug that they get, or it could very well be their last. Love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Have a great day and a better tomorrow. That we shine some of this light in you from the Morning Glow. Take it out there into this wicked and cruel world that we live in, and let your light so shine. If you get an opportunity, give somebody some love. You just might find some love in return. Won't that be a beautiful thing? Have a great weekend. Take care of each other, and each and every one of you, please be blessed.